Here we go. Every time I use this, it's like starting all over again. Hey, Tanika TTC. Hey, Mrs. Living in Hope. Happy Friday. Sorry it took me so long. Every time I go to use this app, I'm like, how does it work again? Maybe that's a sign I need to do it sooner. Welcome. What's going on this Friday evening, ladies? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? Besides me and my dirty glasses. Let me get this towel. Excuse me. I'm trying not to spin this chair so I don't mess up my shot. Okay. I'm taking it that means you can see me and you can hear me. Hey, Mrs. Living in Hope. Uh-oh. Don't start, Justice. It's been raining most of the day here in New York, which has been a little crazy because the girls only got to go outside once. I let them out in the rain, and then they scurried back with all their little wet paws into my kitchen. Counting down to vacation days next week. Oh, good for you. I am taking vacation the week after. Are you taking 2 weeks off next week and Thanksgiving week, Tamika? Girl, I cannot wait. I feel like, yes, let the vacations begin. Thank you, Mrs. Living in Hope. I appreciate you. Justice, come here. You've been quiet this whole time, and now you want to act up. She cannot help herself. It's okay. I think she sees the TV in the window or outside is reflecting. Hopefully that'll calm her down. Yeah, I just wanted to come on and touch base with everybody. I know I sent my little video out setting the record straight, and everybody was like, oh, I hope it wasn't me or whatever. I'm just trying to set boundaries, guys. Hi, Sunshine Age. How are you? I think if we can't set boundaries within our own community, then it makes it harder for us to set boundaries like for our family and whatnot on our TTC journey, because I feel like there's a lot of like lines that can be crossed. And so I just wanted to talk about some of the comments that I was getting. Hey, Melissa, how are you? I have been well. I hope you've been well too. Hey, Ota Chef, what's going on, D? Happy Friday. 3 days off next week, all week for Thanksgiving, work until the 15th and gone. I know that's right, girl. That's good. I'm taking 2 weeks off, but it's Christmas week and New Year's week. But I also have Thanksgiving. Well, technically it's 3 days because we already get the 2 days like as company holidays. But yeah, I'm off that week and I just I cannot wait. I'm doing the Thanksgiving Day parade. I think I told you guys on this channel. I'm going to be a balloon handler. So on Thanksgiving, I'll be out there early in the morning. I don't know what balloon I have yet or what costume, obviously, because that will go all together. I don't know what. Cheyenne is not here, Justice. Oh, you were in my room. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hey, Olivia Pope. No, man, I wasn't being trolled. I just wanted to set the record straight because I feel like sometimes within the community, like I try to be as transparent as possible, and maybe people confuse that as like I'm a doormat and you can just say any old thing to me. So one, I wanted to clear that up. And two, I just think it also is a good example of how to set boundaries. I feel like we kind of struggle with that in the TTC community, not necessarily within it, but as members of the community dealing with our family members, boundaries kind of get blurred sometimes. So I just want to be clear on what my boundaries are with you all as I am with everybody else. And I feel like people have good intentions. Like I want to believe they have good intentions. But sometimes those intentions can be stressful and cause anxiety. So I just want to push back. Like I don't need people to ask me why I'm making a decision or why I'm not making a decision. Like why don't I go out of the country? Because it seems obvious because I don't want to. But, you know, I just wanted to say it for the record because I was typing it in the comments, but then I was like, you know, this merits a video for it. So, I got away from the chat. Hang on. This, or the comments. This merits a video because I don't know if everybody reads the comments. Do you know? So, anyway, I didn't feel like I was being trolled. I just wanted to be clear so that I didn't continue to get those messages. Or if I did continue to, then I would be able to block those people legitimately, because I feel like I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt that they're coming from a good place, and so I just want to be clear on what my expectations are and what my boundaries are. And then if people continue to breach that, then I'm just gonna block them. You know what I mean? Life is too short. There's a lot of other TTC channels out there that they can go and watch and ask those questions to, if those people feel like those questions are something they want to answer. But I'm not gonna keep entertaining, questions about why I'm making my choices. Whatever. Whatever conclusion I came to, I've shared, and if I haven't, then it's not something I want to share. You know what I mean? Like, I have a whole platform to talk about the stuff, so if it's something I want to talk about, clearly, I'll get on here and talk about it. Oh, yes, Mrs. Living in Hope. I hope you watch the other channel, too. I've been doing some vlogging. I know I saw a comment on there, but if you're binge watching, go binge watch over there, too, because I'm trying to build my hours up. I figured out what it is. Has to be 4,000 watch hours within the last 12 months. So I think I never ran into that hurdle with this channel, because I was continually pumping out content. But on that one, I took like 2 years off or something like that. Like, literally, I think the last time I posted was 2019. So it had to start the clock all over again for the 4,000 hours. There's a hair video that people watch over there that I had like 200. But anyway, hopefully you'll binge watch over there. Sonia. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Is it Sana or Sona? Sonia? I like your name, whatever it is. I believe it will be successful too. Hey, Yessie. Hey, Red Blonde Chick. The glow up for real, baby. People need to stay in their lanes and focus on. Really, I mean, I think so too, Melissa. And I try to be as respectful as possible, because again, I believe people are coming from a good place. Like, they mean well. For some people that is the appropriate thing, and for me it's not. Like, I don't feel like I have to explain how I'm spending my money. Like, so thank you, Mrs. Living in Hope. Yes, everybody, would you please hit the like button on your way in. Let's see if I can find that ticker. Let me go get Justice, because Justice, come here. I don't know what you can't go outside, it's raining out there. Oh, this is reversed, because it looks like I'm going the other way. That's funny. Hello, Latundra. How are you? Hey, Malika. Thank you, Mama. Yeah, it's hopefully, like I said, it's coming from a good place. But I'm gonna have to. No, I can't figure out how to take the comment down. Lord Jesus. I know I did this before. Pardon me while I get acquainted. Okay, here we go. Reacquainted with StreamYard every time again. I think people are coming from a good place. I'm just not sure. But I'm in like a relaxed Zen mode, so I don't want to have to, one, keep addressing the same question over and over again. I don't want to be stressed or anxious, and so I just want to clearly convey to people that those type of questions can cause stress and anxiety. And just the same as if you are trying to conceive and your family either does or doesn't know about it, and maybe you're having troubles and they keep asking you, so when are you going to give us a grandchild, or so are you guys trying? Those questions, they mean well, but they don't realize how painful they can be or how stressful they can be again and again and again, especially if you haven't shared, like, oh, we're at a fertility clinic or whatever else, and they're like, and the holidays are coming up. That's a hard time for all of us, TTC. One, because hopefully everybody gets to get together with their family in this sort of pandemic state we're in. But people are going to ask those questions around the Thanksgiving table, around the Christmas table, Hanukkah table, whatever table you're going to be around, Festivus. People are going to ask those questions, and they're not like, how does the answer to the question impact your life? If they turn around and tell you we're never going to have kids, or we hope how does that change it? Or if you ask me, why don't I want to go out of the country? How does that answer to that question help you, impact you, change your life, So anyway, that's all. I just think people should be considerate of. And just, again, Festivus, right? It's funny I say that because we were actually on a culture call this week at work, and someone kept saying Festivus, and I was like, it was on the slide. I'm like, they're being funny, right? Like, that's a Seinfeld reference. There's no real Festivus. But that, I just was like, let me keep my mouth shut because they also kept saying Kwanzaa, which is a made up holiday by the FBI. And so I didn't want to say, like, I think that's an offensive thing because maybe some people at work really do celebrate it. But so I just kept my mouth shut, but they kept saying Festivus. Thank you. These are press on nails, Olivia. And I added, I don't know if you guys can see that there. I added, I'll just flash them like that. I added gloss to them to help them out a little bit. They've been on for about a week, so they could. Okay, come on over here. Come here. I'm not going to let you out. You gonna come sit over here? You want to talk to the people? You want to let them see who's over there crying? Cause you can't go outside. But yeah, I glued those on and kept it moving. Yeah, they are press-ons. I glue them on, but they are press-ons. Yeah. And I just add a coat of clear polish on top so that they have like a little more depth. And yeah, and I keep it moving. I got them on Amazon, Yowie Nails. The link, if you go to my other channel, the last video, the link is in there because the girls wanted to know where I got them from. Yes, a long way since Lee press on. And they have all different sizes. Although, I don't know, I got 2 packs of these longer ones. I think those will be my last because it's a little hard to type on there. Seinfeld was hilarious. In grad school, my husband's colleagues did air their grievances. Oh my God. There you go. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like the timing is going to work out as it should. Of course, I wanted to be pregnant in 2021, but like mid-year, I knew I wasn't having a baby in 2021. So I was like, okay, it's semantics at this point if I have a transfer in December or January, right? Like obviously there's a financial impact, but I'm not trying to impede the end goal by like I'm not gonna I don't know what I'm trying to think of a dramatic thing. Whatever it is, it's gonna be okay if it's a January or February transfer versus the December transfer. If we're doing the right steps for a successful transfer. I feel like I did that earlier in the year where I was rushing through because maybe like I should have taken a step back before going into 4 and figured it out. I don't know. I'm gonna give myself grace and not go backwards because I can't change it. But in my mindset now, I don't want to rush just because of time, if that makes sense. And so I think like, well-meaning friends and TTC sisters have reached out to me and was like, oh, I'm just saying that. And I tried to explain to them that what they're saying is creating anxiety. And they were like, well, I just want it really bad for you. And that's why in the video I was like, you don't want it more than me, sis. Like, there's no way you want it more than me. So like, let's all calm down. My baby is waiting. We're going to get to it. Way back in the day, it's amazing how styles come back. Yeah, I don't think press-on ever went anywhere. I think they've still been here, Lisa. It's just they've evolved into different things. But yeah, because at least for the last 5 years, I know they've been around because I was getting them at the drugstore before the pandemic. If you go back and watch my old videos, I would wear the short ones. I wouldn't get like design, maybe 1 or 2 out of design on them, but I'm liking the French tip. Yeah, the black French tip. But I don't have time. I've been watching a lot of vlogs and the girls are getting their nails done, but they go sit for 2 hours. I'm like, sis, I can put these on, put some clear coat and put under my dryer in like maybe 25 minutes. That's a lot quicker than 2 hours. So, whew. And it's 2 hours where you can't, well, maybe that's a good thing, but you can't do anything. You know what I mean? You can't like text or answer emails, or you just got to sit there captive, hoping the lady don't try to talk you to death. Anyway, sunshine, your 2 days pass transfer, and definitely testing early this time, waiting for the phone call on beta day was the worst during my first tries. What day is a good day to start testing? First time. Oh, I'm not going to encourage you. I don't know, sunshine. I wouldn't test. Well, first of all, did you transfer a 5-day? I wouldn't, if it is a 5-day, I wouldn't test any sooner than 8 or 9 days, honestly. My least anxiety provoking way to do it I found through 4 was to test the day of beta so that I knew before I walked out of the door. Even testing 2 days before, at least getting a negative and then hoping it would come up, it just created more anxiety for myself. But you know yourself better than I do. So I would just like, what makes sense for you, and if it's negative or positive. The converse is true too, where you could get a positive and then it fades. So that's why I just feel like for me, the day of, because my first transfer for this year, I got the positive and then it got lighter and lighter, which was more anxiety provoking. You know what I mean? So it's just like what made sense for me was day of. And I did it twice. So when I did day of, I just collected the urine, went to get my test, and then went to work. And then I was like, why didn't I like at least dip the test first so that I would know? And I almost was like gonna go down to Duane Reade, the drugstore, and buy a test. And then I was like, no. But taking it the day of and then going, it just, I don't know, that was less anxiety provoking for me. Oh, thank you, Missy. Or Mizzy. Is it Missy or Mizzy? I like that. I'm glad you like both of them. Oh my God. On the strength of I want to beat his. Oh my God. Thank God for growth. We've all been there. Thank you. I know somebody was on there trying to shame me, like, oh, you were so wrong. I hope you're in therapy about it. And I was like, dude, how did you stumble on this video, sis? Because well, maybe it's just me. So yes, I'm in therapy, but I did that one video about born a sin and a crime, saying that my father had an extramarital affair and that's how I got here. So that was kind of like my vision of men. So that was like kind of how it all started, but I know better now. And it was, Red Blonchek was the one who was like, thank God, for 2020 or the 2020 vision. And it was like, so much has happened in the world. I just had to take a look at all of it, and really decide what I wanted my future to be, not based on who or what was in my past. So now I just feel unburdened. I'm unburdening myself. I'm letting it all go and not judging myself. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm having like a good time with the other channel. We are going to get pregnant soon. 2021 or 2022 song, keep the positive and good energy. Yes, that is right, Malika. We definitely are. Trigger is out, 6-day embryo. Oh, so yeah, you probably could start at 7, but I don't want to encourage you. Oh, you did a trigger too. So did you do a fresh transfer with the trigger, or you just did like what they call a natural cycle and they had your trigger? I'm excited for you, Sunshine. You're poopo. You're also pregnant and staying pregnant. I'm excited. Oh, thank you, Coco Bunny. 47 years old. I just came back from getting my tubes reversed to possibly have children again. I'm glad I have someone. Yay, look at you. Congratulations. There's a couple of other ladies on here who had their tubal ligation reversed. It was, let me think, what is Kosha's channel? Lifelong Adventures with the Alexanders had a reversal. Genesis Lovings TV. Shell TTC Bella. Shell might have renamed her channel, but I think if you type in YouTube, Shell TTC Bella, it'll bring up her channel either way. But they had reversals and they all have babies. Kosha has had 2 babies. She had a reversal and then she had one of her tubes removed because of an ectopic. I think it was ectopic. But I know she had one of her tubes removed. And then Genesis has had 3 kids since then. She had twins from IVF, and then she had a natural pregnancy. Kosha had 2 natural pregnancies. The second one was like a surprise. So she's had added 2 little boys to her family after it was all girls for her. So I thought that was cool. Let me see. What are you saying, Lisa? I don't know how these people are saying that you can't wait for you to be pregnant. We all excited, but why is it bothering them if your transfer is now or later? Don't understand people. I don't understand it either. Like, why are you guys like, oh, I want to hurry up. I want it for you. Like, I want it for me too, sis. Hey, Chickaboom. Always in the back of my mind for the last 5 years wanted another baby boy. So, oh my goodness. Oh, yay, Tiffany. You know what, honestly, I have so many friends who didn't have children again who wanted it, and so that was kind of my spark. Like, they were married, had children with their husbands. Their husbands, they got divorced. Their husbands got remarried to younger women, and then they all went on to have more children, but the women felt like they were kind of trapped. I just don't think it's right. Like, why is it okay I don't like the double standard. Or I feel like people are more acceptable if like accepting if a man had another baby at 47, 48, 49, 50. I mean, Tony Randall had another baby at 70. And people are everybody questioned that one. It was like, but it still happened. And I think for women, it's just like, oh, isn't your time expired? And it's mostly women who say that. Like, no men have come on and said it. It's mostly women. And I'm just like, you're so absorbed in like a patriarchal mindset that you can't imagine. You know what I mean? So I'm glad anyway that it encouraged you because I was encouraged by my friends, even though at the time they weren't exploring like single mom by choice because that's a big decision. But I was like, yeah, why not? This is what I want. So let me see. Chickaboom, your AMH went from 2 to now 4 in a year. I thought AMH was supposed to decrease. I am 34 years old. Yeah, I don't know. I would talk to your doctor, Chickaboom. Because we are born with all the eggs we'll ever have. So that's interesting. Like, what would cause it? Because AMH is measuring your reserve. So, like, where did the extra eggs come from? You know what I mean? Or maybe the first one wasn't accurate. But that's a hell of a jump. Because for IVF, they want it to only be over 1. So, ideally, before they start giving you the talk about the donor eggs. Modified natural transfer. Okay, first 2 are medicated, trying something. I know that's right, girl. So hopefully third time is the charm, and this new protocol change is what you need. Hey, Andrea, how's the? Oh wait, are you the same Andrea that's on IG? Are you pregnant after you thought you had PCOS? If that's you, how's the pregnancy going? If it's not, sorry. I haven't shared with family and friends because people think that I'm losing my mind because my daughter is 21, getting ready to graduate college in May, and here I am. Oh my God, yeah. Well, imagine my family. My daughter is 27, sis. But yeah, you gotta do what's in your heart. You gotta live for you. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Tuba reversal at 40. Had my baby too. Okay, congratulations, Miss Wiley. I don't want to butcher your first name, Talana. Look, I did it anyway. Hopefully, I didn't butcher it. But yeah, hey Kitty, how are you? I was thinking about you after the premiere the other day. How are things going? With dietitian, can't eat potato chips, so I look like I eat potato chips. All stop eating deep fried foods. Who be eating? Oh my God. Yeah, I was like. Meanwhile, in the next video, you'll see I had to have a come to Jesus moment with myself because I did eat some Popeyes. That is deep fried. But I was just like, why does she keep saying that to me? Like, potato chips. I mean, cheesecake. If she would have said cheesecake, I would have been like, oh yeah, you know me. But potato chips, girl, if I'm going to eat something bad, it's going to taste real good. But yeah, Lisa, I'm a hot mess. Do you have insight on donor embryos? Are there plentiful black embryos from which to choose? My husband and I are considering it due to some genetic issues with his family. I don't. I don't. I don't. The only person who I know who openly had donor embryos was, oh my God, Sadie and Jarvis, and their embryos were white. So I don't know. But maybe someone on here will know. So either if you're in the comments, if you're on here live, leave it in the comments if you know, or if you're watching the replay, leave it down below, and hopefully you can help out Miss Pope. Hey, test 1229. Your AMH also fluctuate, I think, over time. Long term, it declines. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, Chef, it's the trajectory, the whole thing, and not just from one test to the other. I was getting annoyed. Like, everybody kept testing my AMH. Like, I moved from one clinic to the next, and I just feel like they want to arm you with scare tactics once they have your AMH. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I was like, meaning like I got tested multiple times in a year. I just thought that was crazy. Currently my 2-week wait after my transfer on Wednesday. Why aren't you optimistic? Well, I'm praying for you, and I'm sending you baby dust that works out. My vitamin D level is now 100. That is why I think. Oh, interesting, Chickaboom. I haven't had my AMH tested since I started doing my donor egg journey, but the endocrinologist, the regular one, not the reproductive endocrinologist, had to tell me to decrease my vitamin D because the doses were super high. And I was like, oh, I thought there was no such thing as too high. She was like, well, clearly you were testing that, and now I need you to walk it back. Okay, it is still the same, Andrea. It's 24 weeks, 2 days. Oh, wow. Oh, so it's been 2 weeks since we talked then. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't go live on IG the last 2 Fridays, and I'm here this Friday. The medication has knocked me on my butt. I'm feeling better today. I feel like I got the rhythm down. Thank you to everybody who was worried I was taking the antibiotics when I was taking the meds. I'm not doing that. It's in the it's either 2 hours before or 2 hours after. So and actually I should be taking it right now. I have to take my other meds at 8. So typically by 6 I would have taken the pre, pro, and postbiotics, and then in the morning I do it 2 hours after. But I wasn't hungry. Like the taste in my mouth was so gross that it was messing up my appetite. So I had zero appetite. But anyway, that's long story short why I haven't been live or as active on my social accounts. Oh no, Kitty, you're exhausted. I'm okay. Actually, I'm on the upswing today. So yeah. Oh, I did say it right. Okay, awesome. So Melanie, I was responding to Talana. Sorry, I'm not putting all the comments up. You had your egg retrieval. I love this picture of you, Melanie. I love the colors in your hair. I used to get my hair highlighted back when I was getting it pressed and in California, but I love that. Love the hair. 19 will retrieve, 15 mature, 13 fertilized. Woohoo! Waiting for Tuesday to get the final number that make it to blast, considering I'm 30. Girl, that is really good. Okay. Okay, 39-year-old. Eggs coming through strong. Hopefully all 13 make it to blast. Ota Chef is saying very possible regarding the vitamin D increasing the AMH. Oh, I'm curious. I'm gonna have to email you, Ota Chef. So how does the vitamin D alone specifically increase your eggs or your egg reserve? I always thought it was good for quality, but not for quantity. But now I'm curious. You guys might be putting people up on game who are interested in that. I'm on my new cycle, going to think positive and apply for CNY. What do you mean apply for it? Is there they don't, or determine if you guys are going to work together? Sorry guys, I'm getting weird shadows, but I did not feel like pulling out the big ring light, so I just have a little bit of light. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. It's your fourth. Oh no, and no implantation of any of them. I'm sorry. Hopefully, I mean, listen, honey, I've been there. I've had 4 with, well, there was an implantation, but I mean, I don't get a baby. So, but yeah, hopefully this is it. Let's think positive thoughts. Test 1229. Yeah, coworkers donating out her last male embryo. She's white. He's Japanese. It's a boy. They decided they didn't want to have any more children. There are so many options for women. Yes, thank God for the 21st century. She's white, he's Japanese. Oh, so how are they donating, Lisa? Do they go through an agency? Hey, Serial Mom. Um, if you had Botox or lip fillers, but they look really nice, will you share your lipstick and liners? Mizzy, I did have Botox and I did have lip fillers, and I just went this last weekend and had my masseter muscles injected with Botox, which it takes a little bit longer, but hopefully in 2 weeks my face won't look as moon-like. But yeah, thank you. I will have to drop it in the comments after we finish this because I've got on 2 different lip glosses and a lip liner. I have one right here. I'll show you. But one is from Crown Paint. Crown Paint is the hair. Oh my God. Y'all gonna make me get out this chair. Hold on, because I got some makeup from them today. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna keep talking to y'all while I move around my house and get this stuff. Crown brush. And the inside, because I'm not sure if you can tell, I have on 2 colors. I've got on I don't know what the darker one, but the inside is from, it's from Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline. Is that reversed? No. So Lifter Gloss is what it's called. Lifter. gloss. It actually has plumping in it. It has hyaluronic acid, which is, helps keep them juicy. And I'll do a swatch for you guys. Uh-oh. Whoa, where's the camera? Good Lord. Can you see that? Where did I even swatch it? I can't see it. I'm asking you if you can see it. There it is. So that is actually on the inside of my lips. And then I'll drop the other one in the comments below. But it came from Crown Brush, which I've been getting a bunch of stuff from Crown Brush. They do relabeling. Oh my God. Sorry for the noise, guys. But it's super inexpensive. Like I can't remember all the brands, but they do not relabeling, white labeling, and then they'll put the other brand stuff on it. And I saw it actually. I was watching this. Oh my God, where this is? I was watching this video that was doing like a price comparison and how we get duped as consumers, and she mentioned this brand. Let me get the scissors. And so I was like, oh, let me try them. And so, yeah, that's how we came to that. On my other channel, there is a video, I have to edit it, about my experience, my lips done, and my Botox. I went in on Saturday and they fixed something for me because when I was, oh no, I can't really see it. When I was lifting this eyebrow up, it was like making this glitchy thing. So I got a little dose more. But yeah, this is from Crown. Go To Beauty. What does that say? Beach Glow. I think these are blushes. And then I got more lip pencils. I was hoping I wouldn't have to line my lips once I got them plumped, but it helps give them definition. Cappuccino is that one. I'm not gonna unwrap all these because Lord. And this is Sugar Plum. You can kind of see it at the bottom what the colors are gonna look like. Yeah, I don't remember. Can I get this open? These nails, baby. And my cabinets are not made for long fingernails. So it's been a struggle. But anyway, I'm off on a tangent. I'm like newly into makeup, and so I'm just like a little kid, like, oh, I want to try this and I want to try that. Anyway, okay, let's see. I don't remember how it works, but the vitamin D is a hormone, and when my vitamin D went up, so did my DHEA and AMH, but it has a diminishing return the older you get. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I know vitamin D, like when I was doing my supplements, and a lot of them I still do because it helps with oxidization. Are you chewing on my mat cord? Hey. Oh my God. Oh no. Okay. I was like, it helps with oxidation, like the ubiquinol. I don't take DHEA, but that obviously is good for egg quality. I still take the vitamin D, but I had to slow down based on what the endocrinologist said. I do the NAD or NAD, however you want to say it, and then there's another one, NAC. I do those as well, and sometimes I get the infusion. So I feel like those have helped me remain youthful. So I still take them, but obviously they're good for quality for that same reason. They are helping all your cells. Like the ubiquinol helps your cells. The mitochondria, which is the energy source of your cell, it diminishes as we get older. So a little supplementation keeps, doesn't hurt. They use Northern California Fertility Center in Sacramento embryo with them. So she told me they're donating it. She didn't say much. I'm sure facility will have fees for whoever wants it. Oh yeah, not fees, girl. They're going to have a bill. They're going to have a bill. But I think it's contingent. And I always recommend that people get their levels checked before they start supplementing because you don't want to, and I had my levels checked and I still got mine up too high. So it doesn't hurt. AMH can improve if you have healthy sleep, activities, and healthy lifestyle. Can increase because it's measuring your reserve. So you can't make more eggs. So about what we're saying. After we're born, we're not making any more eggs. And AMH is measuring your ovarian reserve. Baby dust to all you ladies trying. I had a doc tell me she wouldn't do my reversal because I was 40, but thank God I didn't stay with her and went to another. Yes. Oh my God. That is, yeah, that you have to be your own advocate. I'm glad you were able to advocate for yourself and get what you wanted. Okay. Hey, Tanya. Or is it Tania? Hey, Aero. Stop taking the supplements going into a cycle. Do you normally keep taking them or stop before? I take them and then transfer day I stopped. That is based on my recommendation from my doctor. I definitely recommend you consult with your own doctor. But for me, I was told to like ubiquinol to not take it after transfer until beta day. So Vitex, ubiquinol, and black Yaka. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, I took Vitex in the very beginning, but oh my god, my hair is itching. Sorry, guys. I took Vitex in the very beginning, and then I didn't anymore at the end. And I know some women have had issues with Vitex, like their period would stop and different things. So I didn't have any adverse effects, but I have seen people comment. Tanya, okay. Um, Thank you for that. But I've seen people comment that it was. And some of the teas you have to be careful because they add in Vitex. Like I know, let me think, Pink Stork adds in Vitex, and the fertility tea that I use has Vitex in it. So in that sense, I take the Vitex, but I don't take like the supplements anymore. But I think like my first year I was on it. It can improve egg quality, not quantity. Okay, so gotcha. So I totally agree that it can improve quality. It can't improve. The AMH is not measuring quality though. It's measuring like how many eggs you have left. Your reserve, what remains. So yeah, I it's so interesting. How are you guys, if anybody is planning to be with family and going through this journey, how are you preparing for talking about, not talking about your journey? Like, what is going on? I'm going home for Christmas. My mom and my sister know about my journey, so I'm going to tell them ahead of time that I'm on a break until next year. And hopefully, I'm going to tell them before I get on the plane. So hopefully, we don't have to talk about it when I get there. I mean, if we do, it is what it is. But there will be no babies at my sister's house, which is good. And the puppies are going. Those will be the babies. Sorry, girls. Didn't mean to offend you. But little ones. It's hard to. My niece, my favorite niece, had a baby, and it's been, and just her daughter is so cute. Naomi is her name, but it's also been hard. Like I didn't go to the virtual baby shower. Um, Having nothing to do with her. It's just like it's rough, and it was an unexpected pregnancy. I'm totally happy for her. I'm excited. It's my brother who was murdered. It's his daughter, so I just feel like the bloodline goes on, carries on. So I'm extremely happy for her and her boyfriend. But it's hard. Vitex. Ooh, Vitex made you bleed for 2 months straight, so I did stop it. But as soon as my cycle went back to normal, I got okay. There you go. So maybe it was like a good reset for you. You know what I mean? There was something else I saw too, but when I talked to my acupuncturist, she didn't recommend it. Black cohosh can help, but she was like, it's really drastic. I mean, this was back when I was trying with my own eggs. For me now, the supplements are more just about my physical well-being and not necessarily focused on the eggs, but a lot of them have good benefits because it's giving you more energy and it's helping with the oxidization. Like all the antioxidants are good. The pomegranate juice, all that stuff is good for knocking the rust off your cells, right? Because if we think of like the oxidization, like rust on the cells, it just helps keep them a little more vibrant. You're going home for Thanksgiving test 12/29. We'll know the day before getting on a plane. Oh, girl. Oh my God. Are you sure you don't want to wait till you get back to test? I guess if you could share. Oh my God, that's a hard place to be in. That is a hard place to be in. When I had my transfer in 2018, I'm such an old lady. I did it the day after Thanksgiving, which is hard because then I have that memory of it. And the miscarriage that I had in 2017, the baby would have been born in November, but finding out. I'm just praying it's positive. Let's look at it that way. It's gonna be positive. You'll have a secret. Whether or not you choose to share it with your family is another thing, but you'll have a secret and a bun in the oven. That's how I'm gonna view it. Thank you, Tanya. Um, oh, use Black Cohosh to get her son. I wonder whatever happened to her. Oh, I know. What did happen? Natasha takes the time out. Like, I know she was trying, and then she got a new boyfriend, and it seemed like things were going well. And then nothing. I tried to send her a couple messages. Hopefully, she's okay. I mean, I'm sure she's okay. I'm not going to speak that into existence. Hopefully, she'll come back to YouTube. Canada had Thanksgiving already. Okay, what did you do, Kitty, for um, Thanksgiving? Yeah, because when we have Thanksgiving here, that's a Boxer Day for you guys, right? Sorry, guys. Justice is back at the door. Justice, can you come here? Come over here. Come hang out with mommy. I'm not planning on telling my family nor coworkers. Don't have a relationship with my immediate family except my sister, and she can be very opinionated in a negative way. So I'm not sure if I'll tell anyone. I know. Part of me, I mean, I'm saying this to you guys like tongue in cheek, but part of me feels like I don't want to tell anybody until my delivery day. But I'm already on Front Street, so I know that's not possible. Um, Alicia, I have not told my family. My mother can be very negative. I certainly, girl, yes, protect your heart. But will she ask, like, are you at a place in your life where she'll be like, when are you getting pregnant? Even if you don't tell her? Because that can be rough too. Yes, we're going to all pray for the positive for that BFP. Oh my God. My kids ate. Oh, kids are 25, 22, 19. 25 girl, 22 girl, 19 boy, 15 girl, 13 girl, and 2 girl and 2 grandkids and one on the way. Oh my God, look at you. Okay, that makes me feel better because my daughter is 27. She'll be 28 by the time this baby is born. Justice. Ma'am. Justice. Nobody's out there. Come on over here. Uh-oh. Let's see. What is this question? Would you travel right after BFP if I transfer? I have a work trip between beta and 6-week ultrasound. I could back out, but I want to go 3-hour flight. I would. Well, you're asking if I would. I would definitely, but hang on. Justice. Come here. Girl, what is going on out here? I would definitely check with your healthcare provider and see. I don't know the circumstances. I don't know if you have like high blood pressure, if you're prone to, um, what is it? Deep vein, TVT, DVT. You could wear compression socks. I would do it, but I don't want to give you the wrong advice. You spent time with your daughter on Thanksgiving, Kitty. Oh, that's awesome. And baby in show up with diaper bag and bed. Exactly. Oh my God. Tamika TCT. Oh my God. Tamika TTC traveled at 5 weeks. I did end up with a SCH, subchorionic hematoma, I think that is, at 6 weeks one day, but I don't think it contributed. Um, how long was your flight, Tamika TTC? Was it 3 hours or thereabouts? Yeah, I think it's okay to travel, but again, I don't want to just be giving out blanket advice. I would do it, but please consult with somebody. Hey, Serial Mom, only mom and sisters know, so we're not seeing any extended family this year, keeping it small, so me not drinking doesn't come. Oh, that is a good point, right? Not drinking, or you could always say you're on antibiotics, but yeah. Um, my plan is to go to California. I'm getting nervous though because they're saying like the numbers are going up because people are indoors. I'm gonna get my booster shot. Sorry, I just saw Justice jump on my bed over there. I'm gonna get my booster shot before I go and hope for the best. Hi, Aisha. Alicia is saying there are 70 of us on. Oh yeah, ladies, please hit the like button. Costs you nothing, helps me out. I appreciate you. Travel was for work, and I think 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so about the same. Yeah. So I think that's what she's saying. She wants to travel for work. I would do it now. Especially they might ask you later and you might not be able to go, like while you can. But again, I think it's just a mental thing. I'll definitely ask my doc. Yeah, yeah. I would do compression socks. I mean, I went to Hawaii and I wore my compression socks, but it was 13 hours. And I, I didn't have my transfer till after, but I was worried about blood clots because you're sitting so long. But 2 to 3 hours, you should be okay. Just hydrate, get lots of sleep. You got your booster shot in September. Oh, okay, good for you. I have to schedule it. I'm just trying to figure out when I want to go. Truth be told, I was so sick from these antibiotics. I was like, oh my God, did I contract COVID? But then I was fine. It was more like appetite. I didn't lose my sense of smell or taste or anything like that. But I was hoping maybe like I would lose some weight, which I think I lost a couple pounds, but I don't want to be skinny fat. I need to start working out again. Young adult daughter with autism, ADHD combined, anxiety, and sensory processing disorder. She knows I'm trying for a baby. She's happy if I get pregnant. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's awesome. Hey, Seeking Sade TV. I'm welcome. I don't know how you didn't get the notification. I did a short earlier too, but I don't know if like you guys can see that right away. That was my first time doing a short. But because I normally go live on Fridays on Instagram, but I haven't been giving you guys a lot of content. And there are so many comments on my response video to the comments from my biopsy, so I decided to hop on here. Oh, you got yours last month? I'm going to get mine. Did you mix and match? Because I think I'm going to get a different booster than what my original shot was. But then that means I would get the mRNA because I had the Johnson & Johnson. I think I just want to I think that's what I want to do. We have the shots at work, but I haven't been in the building. I don't think I'm going to go back next week into the office. I think the week after I go into the office, and I'll just schedule it then at work. Can we talk about dating after 43 dates in the past 6 weeks and all of them looking for sex despite saying otherwise beforehand? I want true intimacy at all levels, but it's a loose. Girl, let me tell you. I'll be posting a video on my other channel, but I have been going out, not on dates, but I've met people. One guy I met who was at the bar was like trying to take me home, and I was like, that is like disgusting. Because do you just meet people at bars and take them home? Like, what's your name, sir? Well, I'm sorry, what was your name again? And you want to go home with me? You want me to go home with you? And I was like, I can't take you home. I don't know. You might be a serial killer. But I was like, oh, no, sir. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I told you guys about who the person I dated most of my Well, no, I said I had it on the other channel. If you haven't subscribed to my other channel, go over there, Becoming Tanika. But I did a whole Get Ready With Me talking about that. But baby, I am with you on the intimacy. I think sometimes yes, ma'am. I don't know why you got down. Is it because I'm talking, you just want to talk? Or what's happening? Because you see, look at Liberty. She's like chilling. You want me to put her over there with you, Liberty? I don't know, sis. Who has Tamika TTC? When are you doing more of your dating while single videos? I've been around the world because I enjoy those. I need to hear more about that. But yeah, the dating scene is scarce. I don't want to do apps. I don't want to rush into anything, and I want to be treated well. Like, I've spent the last year and a half treating myself well, so now I have a higher expectation. Like, if I'm doing this for me, you need to step it up a notch, or why are you here type situation. And I want to have, like, I feel like people send their representatives when you're first dating. All you married ladies, if you got somebody on lockdown, be grateful for that. But when you first meet people, they send their representatives. So that's not the time to be sleeping with them. I feel like wait until, y'all farted around each other first or whatever when the masks come off before. Because I want a real connection. I want to be able to freely communicate without feeling shamed about it. I want to see, like, what is our first argument going to be about? How do we resolve it? All that stuff before I give up the draws. Because I feel like I've done this in the past. I'm not saying I would willingly do it in the future, but I feel like there's some times where I've stayed in relationships because I'm like, well, I'm already here instead of, like, getting out of it. Like, now I would cut and run quickly. But there was a time where I'm like, oh, kind of like the fallacy of sunk costs, like, oh, I've already spent all this money. Well, you can never get that money back, or I've already spent all this time. I can't get that time back. Like, don't spend any more if you don't think this is it, And I definitely, in my last relationship, I did that. I wouldn't do that again. I just don't want to be on any dating apps. I'm just like, a friend of mine was like, oh, there's this. I'm good. I just don't want to do it. I got Moderna first and booster was Pfizer. Okay. So yeah, I want to mix. I think that's a good approach, Talana. It's a mess out here. Girl, listen. 24 weeks pregnant, still feeling, go for Moderna. Yeah, that is what I was thinking, 12/29. I was thinking Moderna, honestly. And hopefully it's not bad, because I know some people who got the Moderna and they had a bad reaction to the second one, but I'm like, I already have antibodies from February, and so I'm like, maybe, luckily I haven't gotten it, the virus. I just feel like it's the smart thing to do before I get on a plane. First and booster was Pfizer. Okay. It's a mess. Wait, what did Tanika TTC say before you said it was a mess? Journey to Jumpers. Don't even get me started. Okay. I love all your videos, Tamika, though, on the dating situation, because, baby, it's real in the field. My good friend is a lesbian over 45, and she says she's having similar issues with other women. So I'm bisexual, and I'm having problems with both men and women, because I met some, well, first of all, she was a lot younger than me, but it was like also, I don't know, game playing. I don't want to be in anybody's games. No, it's not just men. It's men and women. It's people. It's a quality issue. Hey, Sandra TTC. How are you and the twins? I've been approached on dating sites by folks asking to be in a throuple. That is a big thing. Polyamorous relationships. Instead of being the side chick, you're the middle chick. I don't know. There are people who have throuples and they actually live together. I don't know. Chickaboo, I'm not sure if I want to have kids, but think that I'll be freezing my eggs since definitely freeze your eggs if you have the option and the opportunity. Chastity. Oh, were you saying all about justice? So yeah, definitely recommend freezing of the eggs. That is a thing for sure. But yeah, the dating scene, it's weird. I don't even want to be on a scene of dating. I just want to be me and figure it out. But I will have to say I have to stop dating people from work. I'm not going to do that, because the majority of the people I dated have been from work. One guy I met at a bar. I should have left him at the bar. And the other one was my high school sweetheart that I moved to New York with, who we reconnected on Facebook. Not on Facebook anymore. I had so many exes reach out to me on, well, not so many. Three. I had three exes reach out to me on Facebook. And no, technically I reached out to my high school sweetheart, so I'm not going to say that. But someone that I went out with when I was in Downers Grove, Illinois at Downers Grove North reached out to me. And we were supposed to meet up in like 2010. But he was trying to come, like, I was on a work trip that wasn't that far from Illinois. I was in Missouri. And he was going to meet me there, but then he wanted to stay in my hotel because he was like, well, isn't the company paying for it? And I was like, whoa, you're making a whole lot of assumptions, buddy. We're not staying in the same hotel room. The company is paying for me to be there. So if you're coming, you need to get a room. So I had to squash that. And then the guy that I dated before Cheyenne's dad, yeah, I reconnected with, who I'm probably actually going to see him when I go to California for Christmas. I went to visit him. He was living in Seattle. I went to visit him like in 2010. But he kind of trolled me because I had gotten pregnant by him and I had an abortion. And so he just said, well, isn't it ironic? You could have had another kid. And it's just like about time and circumstance. He was angry with me for a long time. It's why we broke up, that I had an abortion. And I actually was visiting him when I met Cheyenne's dad, which was kind of crazy. So, yeah. Kind of crazy. My life was a little weird, but he was Should I even say this out loud? I don't know. Let me not on this live. I might say it on the other channel, but I'm not going to say it on this live. Um, I'm off the market, but have you tried the gym? The gym is in my building, so I don't want to date anybody in my building. My gym is right downstairs. So I definitely don't want to. And it's mostly older people or gay male couples in this building. So there's a doctor that lives on the same floor as me. He's like in his 70s as a way, or maybe he's in his 60s because he's a cardiologist. He's nice, but I'm not trying to date him. But yeah, actually thinking about changing gyms because of the issue. All I want to do is exercise. Really? Oh my God. Girl, you must be having that body yaddy yaddy, Alicia. They might see me on the treadmill and be like, girl, keep on going. um, I don't share my man, girl. I'm curious, Tamika TTC, who's reaching out to you for the throuple? Is it the woman or the man? It's funny you say that because 2 weeks ago I was out, or it might be more than 2 weeks now, but I was out with somebody and he was saying he and his wife, and luckily it wasn't just the two of us. There was, hold on. There was somebody else there. Otherwise, I would have thought he was inviting me, but they were looking for a third person, another woman. And so I asked him if he was bisexual because his wife identifies as bisexual. And I was asking if he was. He was like, no, which I think is like a little, I don't know. Maybe she want to bring a dude in. You know what I mean? People have asked me before. It's usually the men, which I just find interesting, odd. Facebook is a mess. People can find you and you never wanted to see again. I had an ex find me through my sister account. He was stalking my profile, saving my pictures. No, that is straight up psycho behavior. Yeah, I had to get off of there. And I had a closed account. It wasn't open to the world, but it is like finding through friends. And I had random experiences. Like I had friends from childhood who would be mad at me. And so they would unfriend me on Facebook. And then for whatever reason, because it was a private account, I would see another request for them. And I was like, I thought we were already connected. So I reconnected them. And then they were like, oh, I was mad, blah, blah, blah. So you unfriended me? Like, you think I'm going to notice? Like, I had so many people on there. You think I'm going to notice why don't you call me and talk to me about what the problem is? You know what I mean? Like, that's not a way to communicate with somebody. So, yes. I've been invited by the women in gay thruples, and the man is straight. It's all a mess. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so that's the thing. We're not the only ones. Yeah, it is. It's interesting. There was a time in my life where I was open to polyamorous relationships. Like, I thought that would be the better answer for me. My thing is, like, I like to do my own thing. Sometimes I like to be coupled up. Sometimes I like to do my own thing. And I feel like if I'm the third one, like, there's less pressure. I'm not in a place in my life to do that now, but there was definitely a time and a place that I was, open to that. I just think no, mainly because I'm looking for like a deeper bond than what I've had before, and I want to have that communication. And I think it just gets complicated beyond the sex. It gets complicated, and then there are feelings and emotions involved, and I want to have a deeper connection emotionally, because you have to kind of keep it at the surface when there's multiple people, as far as like your connection and how, you know what I mean, like, it's just different. But yeah, they out here, always the dude. Oh, interesting. But always very adamant about not wanting just a threesome, but an actual relationship. Yeah, so I think that's the hard part about having an actual relationship. Like, unless you guys are all living together, I think it gets complicated. Because, like, if those two are living together and you're just coming and going, like, that, it's their connection, you know? But I've had friends who have been in a throuple. They all live together, and then the original couple, like, dismissed her, and I think they moved out of their apartment. The couple moved out, or either they put her, I can't remember now. But whatever it is, they had to separate their living arrangements when the couple decided that they wanted to have a baby and move forward. And then there's like if people are not open with their family members, like, you don't go to Thanksgiving with them, you don't go to Christmas, you don't go to the holidays, you know what I mean, the birthday parties, because you're a secret. And so, and listen, I've already openly admitted to being with people who are in other relationships, so I know what it's like to be a secret. if that's something you're looking for, it's one thing. But if you, I'm in a place where I've moved on from that, and so those are all things to consider. I'm not advocating for or against thruples or polyamorous relationships. It's just messy. Wait a minute. Hold on. Recent trends have been older dudes asking me to be their sugar baby. Oh my God. How much older? And is the wife okay with that? They want some of that young. Um, I don't know about sugar, but stevia. Splenda baby, I'm good for everything but the sugar. Baby. Oh my God. And wait, is it if you're the sugar baby, does that mean they're gonna splurge? Like, is he gonna pay you the mortgage and the car note? Like, break it down for me, cause I might be. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. But listen, who doesn't want their mortgage paid for? If somebody's just giving up cash, because that's what I imagine, like a sugar baby, sugar daddy relationship. There's some funds going on. They're gonna make it worth your while. Olivia Pope. I always want to say white hat when I read your name. They were involved in a throuple situation earlier this summer. The husband and new woman ran off together. A mess. The same thing happened with Little Mo, the singer. Right. Right. There's that part. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you're going to make a stronger connection with one or the other. There's always going to be the outsider in the throuple. Little More divorced him. Why can't I talk? After she realized that her husband and the mistress have fallen in love with another. I like that you put it in quotes, because that she really is not the mistress, but I guess became one. They offer a weekly or monthly allowance, so you could really get your mortgage paid and your car note. Now, oh my God, is there a way for me to bring you in this live? I think I have to add you on the back end. I want to know, do you have to have like sex with them? Like, what is in exchange for this allowance? What are you doing? You know what I mean? You know how when you're a kid, you get an allowance for doing the dishes, making your bed, or at least I did, getting good grades. Like, you have to hit certain marks to get your allowance, or is it a conditional allowance? Like, ooh, girl, I don't know. They got into it though. Okay. I'm good. I'm enjoying being single, actually. I'm ready to start dating, but not for a relationship. So there's one person I met who I think we might go on a date, but we'll see. He already lied about his age, so that was already a strike. But is that normal for men? I feel like lately men have been lying about their age. And when I pressed him on it, like, then he kind of like fessed up. So it wasn't a long lie. And then also he gave me two names. First he gave me a name, and then when I was like, well, put it in my phone, because he was one of my phone number, and I was like, I'll take yours. So I typed the name he gave me in the phone, and then I handed him the phone. He was like, oh, well, my first name is blah, blah, but everybody else calls me this, so I'm going to put in both names. And I was like, okay. But at first he said he was 42. Then he finally made it to 47. Or he said early 40s. And then he finally made it to 47. And when I was like, because when I said 42 was too young for me. And so then he made it to 47. I'm like, mm-mm. Anyway, you're doing it, I'm sure. Oh, right. That's what I'm saying for the for the allowance, right? You're not just running drawing long baths. Baby. The issue is the reciprocity. I'm not good with giving up the sugar. For some, it's just time spent. For others, it's pics. And for others, it's physical. Okay. Because I was wondering, because Tanika TTC said it, they wanted a relationship. And so I'm wondering, like, what are the terms? Like, is it date night every Friday? You know, like, how are they distinguishing just sex from a relationship? And what are they paying you for? What is your allowance for? They usually have stipulations. I don't engage at all, so I can only speak on what they put in the... Oh, they just put you in a message. Oh, my God, that's bold as hell. Hey, hi, sorry, you don't know us, but I had a sugar daddy offer as long I was honest and loyal. Oh, interesting. How would they know if you weren't honest or not loyal? I don't know. It just put in my head. Come on. What was that? Oh my God, with Christian and Anastasia. What was that book? It was 3. It's a Universal movie. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on it, but it just reminds me of that, where he had the bondage room. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. The guy's name is Christian. Anastasia is the girl. In the movie, Melanie Gibbs' daughter played it, and Dawn Johnson's daughter, Dakota Johnson. But let's see. He lied about his age and name. Right, that's what I'm saying, Test One. He clarified it in the original meeting, so like he didn't carry it on, but he was in there stuttering and stammering. I think he was trying to find out, instead of being, like I said, people send their representative. He was trying to line up what was his best shot at me giving him my phone number, because I wasn't for it. How much younger would I go? I still have a hard time with men younger than me. They like me for some reason, but most have been emotional. Yeah, I don't know how much younger I would go. Honestly, I'm looking for someone older. I mean, don't get me wrong. Young men are good for sex because they have the stamina. But I'm not. That's not what I'm looking for at this point. I've made my hair so flat. Sorry, guys. My hair, I moisturized it today, and so it's drawing up. It's like my hair likes moisture. Yeah, I don't know. I would say no at this point, 47, 48 maybe, but I would prefer older. I would prefer a good 52 to 55 at this point, 2 to 5 years older than me. It's normal. My husband still does it. I'm 4 months older than him, and he always says he's 14 years younger, and I robbed the... What is it with men that want to be younger? Let us lie about our age, and they'll be like, what? Check in Atlanta, Georgia for egg donors. Oh, thank you, Angel. And I think she's looking for embryos, though. Right? I think she's looking for black embryos. But Atlanta, Georgia would still be a good place to do it. I just texted you a screenshot of the lab. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, here's my phone. Let me wipe it up. Let me see. Is it okay if I show it? Oh my God. Let me just read it first. Baby. You put, yeah, no thanks. I'm just going to show it. 50 Shades of Grey. Thank you. Oh my God. I'm like, why am I having a brain fart on that? So I'm just going to read it. Hello, pretty. How are you doing today? Do you need a sugar daddy who's ready to pay your bills and wanting to give you over $1,000 weekly for you being submissive and honesty? Kindly reply if you want to be a sugar baby. And then he put the emoji with the heart eyes. Only one typo, so I'm impressed. I always imagine like the creepos are a little illiterate. So only one typo. It should have been for you being submissive and honest. Kindly reply, but he put honesty. So, and he sent it as a priority, or no, you have the option to send it. I'm like, oh my God, And $1,000, that ain't gonna pay no mortgage shot. Well, not in New York. Baby. 50 Shades. Oh, you guys are all saying it. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I have all 3 books. I read them. I only watched the first movie though. I was like, eh. But I was wait a minute. What now? I was once offered while in medical school. I was to attend events and be arm candy and great convo. Honestly, it was tempting. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. At this point, I mean, I wouldn't mind having being a sugar mama for somebody who I could take to work events. Like when we start going to events again, I just feel like it's good to have arm candy. So for some reason, people are suspicious of single people. And listen, with my history, they got every right to be suspicious of me as a single person, but I'm reformed. But yeah, I just feel like career-wise, politically, it's better to have somebody on your arm. Do you save these lives? I will save it, Kay. I'm not drinking, so it's not going to get too raunchy. Sometimes if they're a little too crazy, it depends on what we talk about. Sometimes if it gets a little too much, I won't save it just so people speak. Oh my God, sorry guys, speak freely. Although I think later this month I'll do another Google meetup. But anyway, this one will be saved, okay? That's what I'm saying. If you have to go, we thank you for being here. Hit the like button before you leave. Costs you nothing, helps me out. Up to what age can women use donor eggs generally? I think it depends on the clinic, honestly, what the clinic's practices are. So, yeah. I know somebody, I want to say somebody had posted that someone in their Facebook group had got pregnant at 60 with donor eggs. Well, actually, the woman didn't say donor eggs. I'm assuming that part, but it depends on your clinic. How old are you? But you're 39. Like, why are you wondering about that? I look like I'm in my late 20s, in my 40s, and I get hit on by 20 to 30-year-olds. Yes, baby. Yeah, there was another guy I met that same night after the first one left, and said he was like 32. He didn't look 32. I'm gonna show you guys a picture because I took a picture of him. Should I do that? I shouldn't do that. I don't want to be sued by anybody. Oh, the doctor is home. I just heard him close the door. I didn't hear the elevator. The girls aren't barking. Maybe somebody's on the stairs. I'm going to show you guys, and then I'll blur it when I do the repost, because he was not looking like he was in his 30s. If I can find him. Oh, my God. I record so many things on this phone. I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of bluey. No, wait a minute. Let's see this one. $30 win. You was 32 win, boo. Like, he's not looking 30 nothing. I was like, oh my God. He let me take the picture because that wasn't the guy who was the 47-year-old, but that was the second one. And I was like, But he was, after I took the picture, then he got real nervous. I was like, oh, I'm going to do a Google reverse image. And he was like, what? And then it made me want to do it. I was just joking, but then I'm like, what do you have to hide? Let me find you on somebody's sex registry. But yeah, it's funny out here. It's funny out here. I just can't even imagine actually meeting somebody and going to have like casual sex during COVID. Never mind just where I am in my space and time. But you don't know where these people's habits are, and you about to be like face to face. You know what I mean? Or I guess you don't have to be face to face. But still, I don't know. We just moved to Atlanta area, so your suggestion is perfect. Oh, awesome. Okay. Some of those kind of messages are spam accounts as well. Not really men looking for anything, but your personal information. Oh, that's true. Oh my God, Lisa, I just watched a bunch of them. It's not the catfish show. It's another show, but it's about catfishing for money on YouTube. And like these women have given up thousands and thousands of dollars for those men who are like, what's going on? Who are love bombing them. So that's another reason why I don't want to be on any of these sites. That is true, Kay. A lie is a lie. Red flag, red flag. Girl, you know I need them help on identifying them red flags because I'll be a day late and $1 short. And Angel is thanking you, Olivia. Or no, wait. Olivia thanked Angel. Angel is saying you're welcome. Sorry. My cousin is a college-age sugar baby. He is male, and so is his benefactor. However, the sugar daddy is also a married physician. Girl, that's blackmail material right there. Yeah, there's a whole account called Sugar Babies, and so it's a thing. And some of them are claiming they don't have to have sex, but I mean, if your cousin is getting something out of it, all power to him. He's an adult who has agency over his body, so yeah. Why not? Where have I been? Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Hey, Mata, I just did a video yesterday. What you mean where I've been? Where you been, girl? I've been right here. Do let us know early when you are having a Google Meet. Okay, I have to figure that out. I'm trying to see, because the only thing with like some of these, and I didn't do it on this one because I haven't been on here in a while, but on these, you can restrict it to subscribers only. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I want to send a message out to subscribers only about the Google Meet and then invite them over, just so we don't have, like, looky-loos in there. Hey, Lady Leo. But I'll definitely let you know early, Mrs. Living in Hope, so you can plan ahead. It'll probably be on a weekend, like a Saturday, just so more people are in attendance. He looks 30s to you? Okay, tomorrow. All right, I don't know. He looks like 32 to you or later 30s. Maybe I'm just jaded. Because I see like the 30-year-olds at work and they look like babies to me. Look, Mizzy said he ain't been 30 in over 10 years. That's what I'm saying. He ain't looking 30 to me. But girl, listen, we'll go with that. I think they are, but like Kay said, it's a lot. I think they're trying to figure out how old I am, and so they're. But the reason I'm asking is because they look young. You know what I mean? Like I just before we get too far in this conversation, because you're obviously trying to pull up. How old are you? So I'm asking because they look too young. She said he's sexy though, girl. I got his number. You want me to give it to you? You in New York? He lives in the Bronx. Cause I'm not gonna be calling him. Hey Samantha, welcome to the chat. First time, welcome. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. I think he's about 38, 39. That's what he's looking like to me. Unless I'm trying to think. Yeah. Or it's hard living. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. And you see, he covered a bunch of his face. He's really trying to mess up my facial recognition, because he went like that, which that'll mess it up. But I don't know. It was just suspicious. His behavior was suspicious. So if you're not lying about that, you're lying about something else. You know what I mean? You know how your little radar goes off, where it was like, I don't know. He got fidgety with the questions. Right. Imagine you get COVID from a sneaky link. This is what I'm saying. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. But I do have a sneaky link. But I've known him for 20 years. We've lived on both coasts together. But yeah. So Talana is saying he looks 40 something. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of that. I'm gonna say 39, but he doesn't look like, I don't know. I mean, and I'm saying that my daughter is 27, her boyfriend is 33. They are youthful looking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This guy wasn't giving me early 30s. Sugar daddies are a mess. Some of them are scams too, child. Right, Jada. Between that and then the submissive thing makes me question it. If he's like, if you're willing to be submissive for $1,000, shit, you gonna need to pay me a lot more than $1,000 to be submissive. Um, the struggle is real. Sandra, are you dating? Well, no, you're probably not dating now. Pregnant, but were you dating before? Or you might be dating pregnant. Listen, I watched a whole documentary about a single mom by choice who was dating somebody once she got pregnant, and they were still together like probably up until the baby was 18 months, and then he bounced. Hey Sterling from England. Oh, what is it? It's like midnight, 12:30 there, right? Or I can't remember because you guys are 6 hours ahead, but I can't remember if that's. I think it's 6 hours when we're not in daylight. Anyway, welcome. I'm glad you're here, no matter what time it is where you are. Older guys hit on me for sugar daddy, and I'm not into it. Most are 60 and up. Oh, and I want to be clear when I'm saying like older, you have to be fit. Like you can't just be older, because I did go out. I don't know if I told you guys. I told you when I went on the date, but I was just like, it sucked. He was 55 and he had a big pot belly and hadn't taken care of himself and was like full of himself, and I wasn't sure if he was trying to sell me insurance or take me to bed. And then when I told him I didn't think we should see each other, he responded back, can we just have sex? So I was clear that he wasn't trying to sell me insurance, and I blocked him. But he was full of himself. I can't remember what country he was from, but he was from Africa. He was argumentative. This guy is also, I can't remember what country he was from. I only know so many countries, so I don't commit it to memory. He was argumentative too. Like if we're arguing on the first date or the first meeting with this guy, I was like, oh no, no sir. Never get your honey where you make your money. Oh, I like that. Wait, I'm trying to show it on the screen. Never get, baby. I know that's right. That's like, don't shit where you eat. Okay, so Chickaboom said he looks 44. Right. Okay. That's why I say I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, 39, but it's some hard living going on there. And he said he was in graduate school. He was a substitute teacher and he was in graduate school. So anyway, I was just like, something was off. Something was off. Can carry their age well. I'm 42. People think I'm in my early 30s. You thought he looked 30s, Lisa? Okay. People can carry their age well. Yeah, that's true. Um, I'm just gonna trust my intuition. I'm not gonna be second guessing myself from now on. So I had the intuition that something was wrong. I don't want to be 6 months later like, oh, something told me, or I had that feeling. Why didn't I listen? Like I'm listening. There was something off about that one, whether it was his age or something else. There was something that just didn't, that wasn't consistent with his energy. But Mizzy is saying 42, 44. Yeah. Um, Good night. Good night. Oh, good. I'm glad it won't be your last time. Have a good evening, sis. I'm so glad that you made it. It was good meeting you and getting to know you. Look old at any age and young at any age too. That is very true, Kitty. You can, and that's why I'm saying maybe it's hard living. Like maybe he is, and it's hard living. He doesn't appear youthful. So I don't know. Jada is saying he's handsome. Girl, do you want his number? 12:30 here. Girl, we are talking about. Oh wait, Sterling is a man. I was gonna say girl. We are talking about dating, Sterling, sir. We're talking about dating in the 21st century in the pandemic. Are you single, Sterling? Most of them are scammers, right? I agree, Jada. Good night, Chickaboom. Congratulations on getting your AMH up and everything else that's going on. Hope you have a good evening. Yeah, so I don't know how old he was. He may in fact be 32. He wasn't for me. It's so interesting in New York too, like dating, because I feel like I would like somebody in my borough. I don't want to have to worry about if I stay over, how am I getting back to my borough? If you stay over, you guys know I'm not back on the subway yet. So am I taking a car to your house? Are you taking a car to my house? I don't let just anybody in my house. Like my daughter is not here most of the time, but she could walk in. Do I want her to walk in with like a strange dude? You know what I mean? That I don't really know. And then you know where I live. Like, are you gonna stalk me? It's just a little precarious, especially because now I live on a busy street. I feel like when I lived on the other street, it would be more conspicuous if you were out of place. But here, I mean, there's a Dunkin' Donuts, like the first door to the left when you walk out of my building. And so you could just, I don't know, sneak in. And like, I just need to know a little bit more about you. And I was not getting good vibes from him. Um, the other one, too, who I'll call him MK, he never asked me what I did. He's been texting me, and I texted him. He said he was traveling or whatever. Um, he hasn't asked me like what do I do for a living or anything like what I like. He's been trying to impress me, which is a little bit disconcerting. Like I don't know. On the one hand, I want somebody to be interested in me. I'm not necessarily mad that he didn't ask me like what I do because I feel like sometimes too like my employer can be attractive to people, so I don't necessarily want to say where I work. Maybe I'm just jaded. I lived in LA when you would go to like Magic Johnson's TGI Fridays and people would have like their car keys out so you could see what they drove. They were looking for people who had a 401k. I remember some guy like, "Oh, you look like you have a 401k." Like, what? If I do, it's not for you. You know what I mean? So I'm in a way I'm glad he didn't like go straight to what do you do, but I don't know that he's asked me any like real questions about myself other than like the how are you doing? How's your day? He sent me a text about somebody stole his license plate and all this. Like, I'm not sorry that happened. It just sounds real dramatic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that you need to tell me all your drama when I first met you. Um, so, but yes, to your point, Kitty, you can look old at any age. I'm recently single. I like talking dating. Count me in. Oh, well, good. Tell us, what is it? Are you using dating apps? There's a lot of estrogen in here, Sterling. So I hope you're ready. Are you using dating apps? What are you doing? Um, Jada said 38, 39 was what I was thinking too. I'm in New York. I live in Manhattan. I'm in Harlem. Um, oh, thank you. Tell her I said thank you, Kitty. Not Magic Johnson's Friday. You done took a sister back. Yes, Magic Johnson's Friday. That's actually where I met my sneaky link. The one that I've known for 20 years was at Magic Johnson's Friday. I ended up meeting a man there who was married. He took off his wedding ring. By the second date, I figured out he was married because he was slick. He took me to a place, and he was a friend. Like, it ended up we had a friend in common, but he took me to a place that was supposed to be his house. And when he went in to open the gate, he like reached into the latch. He reached in on the wrong side. So that was like a red flag to me. So I was like, how do you not know which side to open your gate up? So then I asked him, like, oh, how long have you lived here? Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm so CSI. That's why I'm suspicious of people asking questions, because I'm CSI with mine. And he was like, oh, I've been here for 3 years. So as a person who walks around drunk, and I'm just going to say that, no matter what, I can find my way home. I know where the door is. I know where the lock is. I know where. So, and he had just driven, so he wasn't that drunk. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you know? So that was suspicious to me. So what I did is, and this is back when everybody had a house phone, I called my home from the house phone there. And when I got home, I star 69'd. And another dude answered the phone. So he was at his friend's house, and he was trying to get me to sleep with him at this house. And I went in there, and the mattress was on the floor. I was like, no, dude, I need to go. And I actually don't even know. I think I probably drove my own car over there, because I'm pretty sure I left shortly thereafter. But yeah, when I talked to my friend, she was like, oh, yeah, he's married. So then when I confronted him, he was like, oh, we're getting a divorce, and she just had a dude over here at our house. You can come over and do it. And they had, anyway, child, Magic Johnson's Fridays was dangerous back in the day. I'm trying to think, I had to be 31, 32 back then. 30. It was before I graduated, because I didn't graduate till I was 31. So I was in school then. So it could have been 29, 30. But yeah, oh my God, Magic Johnson's Fridays. Would you ever move back to the West Coast, and what brought you to New York? Oh, Missy. It's funny you say that. I was just talking about, when am I going to go back? Eventually I will. I don't imagine being like an 80-year-old trying to maneuver around Manhattan with all the tourists. I came to New York because I reconnected with my high school sweetheart on Facebook. He was living in San Francisco. I was living in LA. He sold his house in San Francisco, moved to LA with the plan that we would, and he moved into my apartment, which is another red flag, but you know. We were going to move to New York together. So he got the apartment in New York. We both come out back and forth, but at that time they wanted a wet signature. So I couldn't keep flying back and forth because I had like a regular desk job, and he was working remotely. So he came out, signed the contract. So the apartment was technically in his name, and I was a tenant. I was an occupant, not a tenant. And so I moved out here in August of 2008, Cheyenne and we occupied the apartment. He didn't come until October of 2008. And by November, we were broken up. And I moved out the week before Thanksgiving. That's how I got to New York. And I've been here ever since. I wouldn't date online. I'm the kind of guy that needs to meet a girl in person and spend some time with her laughing and joking. I like the excitement of just meeting someone like, oh, okay, Sterling. Mrs. Living in Hope. My girl, I have way too many stories, but I want to, hey, my beautiful Chaos X9, welcome. Mrs. Living in Hope. That's why I'm going to tell all the stories over on Becoming Tanika, because it was a long journey to here, and I'm ready for the next journey to there, wherever there is. But yeah, I am never short on adventure. I'm definitely always down for whatever, at least once, and baby, I done been down for whatever. So yeah, it's It's funny because people see me and they make assumptions about me. I know, like when I went out to dinner, on the work dinner, I'm the only woman there. I'm the only black person at the table, and they're talking. And the one person was living in California. He had flown out from our LA office, but he said he had been born in Brazil. And I was like, "Oh my God, do you speak Portuguese?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, I never would have guessed that. Like, I thought you were California. And I was like, I'm from California. So I thought, like, I recognized a fellow Californian. And then everybody was like, where are you from? I'm like, Fresno, like the country part of Fresno. And they're like, really? How country? And I'm like, my mom worked in the fields when she was a teenager. And they're like, oh. So yeah, it's just, I, I'm what you'll call worldly. Because I've been around the world and done it. I never done nothing strange for a piece of change, but I've done a lot. Hey, Leah's mom. On the dating market. Oh my God. I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous. That when if you watch the other video where I do the get ready with me toxic relationships, that was one of the things in that toxic relationship. It was like, but the fact that I'm doing CSI work, there was already a spidey sense going off. So then I went and did some research and it confirmed what my intuition was. And then I let him talk me out of it. But I feel like when I get with the right person, I won't need to be doing CSI work because I don't need to be suspicious. But like I said in that video, I knew he was a snake when I let him in. So I really can't question anything beyond that. Everyone should be down for whatever, at least one. Absolutely. Have I dated white? Yes, I have. My last relationship, the toxic relationship I'm talking about, was white, and my high school sweetheart was white. The guy that I moved to New York with, or he still is white. What am I saying? He was. He's alive as far as I know. Yes, I have, and I dated him in high school. So I have dated white for a while. I've dated both black and white. My sneaky link is black. Well, obviously. Well, I shouldn't say obviously. I met him at Magic Johnson's. That's like chocolate. That's a chocolate night every night. But yeah. Do I have any close friends in New York? Extroverted and like, I am an introvert. Meaning I get my energy from within. So I have to take time out. But I do have friends here. One of the friends I met who's not my sneaky link, I met in California. She's a girl. And she now lives in New York. She's actually about to move back. She's originally from Brooklyn. She lives in Brooklyn now. Both of them are from Brooklyn, the guy and the girl. She's about to move back to the West Coast, and she was the one. That's why I had the conversation recently. She was like, when are you going back? And I was just like, I really like my job. Like, we have an office in LA, but all of the live television comes out of New York. Well, not all of it. America's Got Talent and The Voice come out of LA, but that's only 2 live shows. Like here in New York, we have 22 and a half hours of live television, and I really like what I do. So I don't think I'm going to be going back anytime soon, but things could change. We'll see. Yay! You made it live. Hey, from the white community. Oh my God. Okay, Sterling. Blue. Yeah, Blue was white, Mrs. Living in Hope. Not everybody will put it together, but I think you and Red Blonde chick Tasha will put it together Tasha already did put it together in the video. Like she made a comment about it. But yeah, how cute is Missy's profile pic? It is, right? Let me pull her back up. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, I love that profile pic. And there was someone else who had the color in their hair. That's a great picture, Mizzy. So yeah. Um, Sterling is in here with all these women. Uh, Paula Hilton. First ever blast, a 4AA on Wednesday. Yay! Last transfer ended in a chemical. Well, may this one be your big fat positive. We have Sterling in here. We have a man in here. Sterling, just so you know, this page is about becoming pregnant. It's a fertility, trying to conceive TTC community. So in addition to dating, we're all trying to get knocked up. Oh, you're not late, pretty brown eyes. Just in time. Um, Oh, Lady Leo, you put it together, but hey, we were just girl talking. Exactly. Right. So I was like, some people will put it together who came over from the other channel and some people who won't. I was like, yeah, it's all good. It was, I needed to say it for myself because I needed to say it out loud for myself because sometimes I just sit and I can't believe I put up with that. But there really was a part of me that felt like I deserved it. And I'm at a phase where I'm trying to believe that I deserve better and that I shouldn't have tolerated that. And I'm getting teary eyed. I have to put it out there so that saying it out loud gives it more power, makes it more real. Like, I don't know that anybody knows all those details of that relationship, because I think people would have been like, you need to run. And I hid that, and so I can't hide things like that anymore. I have to walk in the truth, and that is the truth of what happened, and it was wrong, and I deserve better, and I put up with it. I don't know why, you know what I mean? So I have to dig into like why I didn't feel like I deserved better. But yeah, yeah, I needed to tell that story. And it wasn't easy. And then someone came on there and tried to shame me about it. And I'm like, I'm just trying to come clean. Like, it doesn't change what happened if I don't speak about it, but I feel like it gives it less power by speaking about it. Just as the same as like if someone has been abused physically, emotionally, sexually, once you say it out loud, you give it less power. I just think of like the women in the Larry Nasser, the gym coach who was like for the Olympics, and I think it was Michigan, and he had molested so many women, sexually assaulted them, giving them vaginal massages with no gloves. And it was so powerful when they spoke their truth. And you could see like the transformation as they got through it. They're crying, but it was like unburdening themselves. So I'm just trying to unburden myself. And hopefully if anybody else who is out there going through it, huh. Uh-oh, wait, what happened? Who said what? I'm missing it. Oh, Sterling, you're not looking to get pregnant right now. Okay. Well, we could do it for you. If any group could do it for you, we could do it. Hey, Natasha, how are you? Natasha's saying hello to everybody. I did have a big dinner, so I feel a bit pregnant right now. Do you cook, Sterling? We love a man who cooks. The girls are enjoying having you in here, and I'm glad that you're behaving. Because sometimes we have some crazy men who come in here and we have to boot them out, but you could stay. um Consultation with my new clinic Monday. CNY didn't work for me. Oh, interesting. Okay, hopefully everything goes for the new clinic. That's why consultations are important. It's like a job interview. You're interviewing them, they're interviewing you. Will this work? So yeah. Aisha, you're back. Aisha, you missed that Sterling has joined us. He is a white male from UK. It's a little past, it's 12:48 where he is right now. He's just had dinner. He's not trying to get pregnant, but he feels pregnant from his dinner. That's all you missed. Um, we're considering CNY. Would you mind sharing your experience? Chasing Rainbows, that is to you from Olivia Pope. And Test is saying, oh no, what happened? Look, pretty brown eyes. What you ate, Starlin? I know that's right. What you ate? And did you cook it? That's what I want to know. Oh, he said, of course I cook. I'm English. But do you cook with flavor? Because I've heard that English food can be bland, Sterling. I'm not trying to put you on blast, but I've heard. Thank you for letting me stay. I'll try to be. All right, we appreciate that. So far, the girls are loving you, so you are welcome to join us anytime. But Chasing Rainbow, if you feel like sharing, please share. If not, if you don't want to share publicly and the ladies can reach out to you, maybe you'll share your email and you can directly contact them. Or they can directly contact you about your CMY experience. So yeah, every clinic is not for everybody. That is what I was trying to say in my video that a lot of people took the wrong way. But I said in the beginning, this might be where we part ways. But I'm also like, that's part of my becoming journey. I have to speak my truth, obviously in the most respectful way, but I can't be such a people pleaser that by me telling you my truth, that I'm afraid of me telling you my truth, that will scare you off. If that scares you off, you're not meant to be here. By me holding that back and retaining you means I'm holding something in my life that shouldn't be there. So I'm going to speak my piece. But my point was about like, just because someone goes to CNY doesn't mean I have to. Like, imagine if all of us just went to the one clinic. You know what I mean? That's why there are multiple clinics, because we have options, we have choices, and it may not be a good fit, whether it be doctor, location, protocol, whatever it is. I don't think one of us should be mad at another of us if they're like, why don't you go to CNY? And you're like, I'm not going, or I don't want to. Um, okay, there's a lot of pressure, Sterling, about what you have for dinner. Oh wait, he said it. Hold on. Sophia wanted to know. No, I made a Turkish lamb kebab. Was carb day. Okay, Turkish lamb kebab sounds good with spicy potatoes. What kind of potatoes was it? Like red potatoes, white potatoes, cute potatoes? I accidentally ordered a sweet potato. I know you didn't have a sweet potato, but I accidentally ordered a sweet potato with my kebabs, and I meant to order a russet, a white baked potato, and I accidentally clicked sweet baked potato, so I did not finish it. But anyway, I'm glad you had your carb day. I'm glad that you're full. Sophia says that sounds delicious. We might have to fly you over, Sterling, and you can cook us all a meal. We'll pay for the flight. Yeah. Um, anyway, yeah, I think we all have to make our own decisions about what makes sense for us. Where did Liberty go? Liberty. One is quiet because she's laying here. You know, they're like kids. When they get too quiet, you have to question where they are. But hopefully she's in her crate. Um, CNY clinic is not for everyone. I can't go back to my clinic, so I decided to go with CNY clinic. Yeah. Oh no, why can't you go back to your clinic? Yeah, CNY I think is for, well, at least Dr. Is it clits? I always like laugh at that. I know it's with the K, but it just reminds me of the word clit, like clitoris. I think his name was Clits with a K. Somebody sent me some of his videos, and like the swearing and all that, I feel like, I don't know. And to me, in my opinion, obviously, like he evokes a preacher who swears persona. So I feel like he lures in a lot of women of color because of that, like preacher persona. And I also feel like they underpay the egg donors. That is solely my opinion. You are free to have your own opinion. But those are a couple of things. I definitely appreciate the fact that they have black egg donors, but I feel like pay them a fair share because they could be going to another clinic getting a higher rate. I also wonder about the number of times they utilize those donors. Is there a limitation? So just some kilts. Okay, thank you, Dr. Kilts, not clits. I always see that as clits. Kilts. Okay. Like a kilt that you wear but with a Z. Okay. Um so what's on the traditional items like turkey, stuffing, macaroni and cheese, etc., or some non-traditional offer? CNY is fine. They just were a good fit. I think you mean they just were not a good fit, right? Because you said you're not. We ladies are something else. Oh my God. Let's meet up, my chocolate delight. Oh, vegan prophet. Do we have a moderator in here? We might have to keep an eye on vegan prophet, flat earth, moon dancing with fish. Yep. Says, what do you do? What does who do? I don't know what that means. Is that a comment to someone else? Do as far as what? I am not cooking, Olivia Pope. I am going to be a balloon handler in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They offered it to employees of Macy's and employees of NBC Universal as long as we were vaccinated. And so I'm vaccinated, so I volunteered to do that. And so I have to be out there at the crack of dawn. And so I won't be cooking. Cheyenne's going to cook this year. It'll be all traditional stuff. I'm going to make the sweet potato pies the night before or the day before. I have that whole week off. I'm gonna make them the day before so I can go to bed early and get up and get my butt downtown, or midtown, downtown for me. And Cheyenne's gonna cook. So, but I have not bought a turkey, and I heard there was a shortage, so I gotta go on Fresh Direct. I'm not trying to pay an arm and a leg. We need to get a small turkey because it's gonna be me, Cheyenne, and her boyfriend. And last year we had so much turkey left, I was like, never again. And I don't have the big fridge like I did in my old place, so. But it'll be, she's gonna do mac and cheese, greens, turkey. I think that's all. And we'll probably do like deviled eggs for the appetizer. and sweet potato pie. It's hard because it's like you have a taste for stuff and then you make all that food and then like how many days are you gonna eat the leftovers? Like I max out at I'm not a leftover girl at all, but for Thanksgiving and Christmas I'll make an exception. 3 days is my limit. But what are you making for Thanksgiving, Miss Olivia Pope? Who is Mizzy? Mizzy will have to answer that. How y'all doing? Hey Donisha. Question for all: what implantation symptoms did you notice during any of your pregnancies, if any? Just curious. Anybody have any answers for Donisha? I first pregnancy, I don't know, and these last ones weren't successful, so I definitely don't want to give any false hope. But anybody who has had, Andre, if you, oh, well, no, but you didn't realize you were pregnant at first. Anybody who is pregnant, knew they were pregnant, if you have any implantation symptoms that you can share, that would be awesome. Hey, Jada. She's saying hi to Tamika TTC. Donors of color are denied more often as well. Oh, interesting. I did not realize that. I know CNY pays them less because some people are doing cycles where those women are getting paid $4,000, and I'm like, I know I paid my donor 20, so that's like a big disparity. Even if you're doing a shared cycle, like how many people, if you're, unless you're sharing with 4 people, like that would get them to 16,000, but, and then you have them doing it over and over again. And I worry, like there's studies of like people who have had multiple, like, large retrievals, is they're trending toward ovarian cancer because they don't necessarily follow those women. And so there's a whole, I don't want to say action, there's a movement to get follow-up for women who donate multiple times, or even women who have multiple retrievals, right? So, oh, thank you, Donisha. Yeah, so there's a whole, I just want them to be, I'm happy that they're, listen, if they're not questioning it, I don't want to judge it, but I feel like that wouldn't sit well with me. And that was one of my big concerns about even using donor, is like that the woman would be fairly compensated, because I was like, is that fair for me who's older and has more money to be paying a younger person? You know what I mean? For their genetic material. So I ultimately, obviously I reconcile that. It's the same for like sperm donors. Like it's usually young people who need money. Of course they want to help. There's an altruistic reason, but the money is not bad, you know? So yeah, I do want to say before I forget. So they opened up the borders, as you guys all know. The U.S. has opened up the borders for international travel, and everybody is talking about like parents who get to see, or grandparents who get to see grandchildren that they haven't. But there's also a whole movement for surrogates who were in the U.S. who had the parents who were in other countries. Have a lot of them, not all of them, some of them declined, have kept the babies that they birthed, some of them for over a year now. Like there's one woman I follow, I can't think of her name, but she had the baby, I think last June or July. It was when I came back to New York from California. And she's had the baby this whole time. Like the baby's only seen, and she nursed the baby. The baby's only seen the parents via like how we're seeing each other, or on the phone, but you know, video chat. And she's had this, so that must be trippy. Like you haven't seen your baby this whole time because of the borders were closed and the surrogate's been raising it. And obviously they compensated the surrogate, but like, what if that wasn't what you were planning for? What if you were trying to get your bag and bounce? Like now you're suddenly, how does that baby not identify you as their mom? You carried them, you birthed them, and then you cared for them, you know? I mean, I know we don't retain our memory from before like 2 or 3. I think 2. Some of it we don't retain till after 5. That's why like they don't recommend teaching children how to swim before then, or they won't retain it before 5. Anyway, I'm rambling as I do, but that's gotta be trippy. That had that whole like reunited thing. I hope somebody does a story on it. I started to send a note to a producer about it, but then I was like, let me mind my own business. So I need a referral and they are ageist. Okay, I can't go back. Oh, they only take you with a referral? What do you mean they're ageist? Like they're trying to see if they only want you to do donor eggs, or? But for whatever reason, I mean, I hope that you find a place where you are happy and you are treated well and you get your take-home baby. You were supposed to be in the States this month anyway, but work has been too busy. I was going to be doing 2 weeks of driving. Oh, Route 66. I have driven Route 66. Hang on. I'm going to mute myself because my alarm is going off. I just want to yell at Google. Okay. I know when I say it, it messes up everybody else's if you have Google. Um, are you going to do PCH when you come? Uh, Sterling, whenever you're coming? Were you coming out for just pleasure? How old are you, Kitty? That's what I meant. They were not. Yeah. Eyes on at vegan. I know. Tamika TTC. Tanya, ladies in Sterling, have a great weekend. My phone is about to die and I'm waiting for. Okay, Tanya, get your takeout, sis. Kitty's 42. Hey, Hope and Victory, how are you? Yeah, that's very young. I'm surprised at their age. Usually they don't try to like flip you until 45. I guess they start having the conversation to prepare you mentally. But I think they need to be more sensitive about the grieving process and allowing women the chance to grieve. Like once they, when they drop that bomb about donor eggs, possibly using donor eggs, because it's obviously a shift from what you had originally planned. Um, I did an Labada deal, and got a free turkey. Only to realize I'm not going to be in the U.S. with. Oh no! Maybe you can give it away to someone or to a shelter. Where are you going to be for Thanksgiving, Shar? I want to go. Is it someplace sunny? Yes, it is young compared to a lot of us. Cause oh, because you're over 35. Wow, most clinics will stop IUIs at 35, but not IVF. They want everybody to have their IVF before 35. Like that's sus. I thought that's what you meant, chasing rainbows. 3 days of leftovers is my limit. Yeah, like I'm not trying to eat turkey. And even then, like day three, I'm making turkey taquitos. You know what I mean? I'm not like mac and cheese. I can have all by itself. Some greens I can have all by itself. But then like the full plate. But yeah, 3 days is it, and then it's gotta go. You're gonna be paying well for that turkey this year. Okay. Um, prices for them are much higher than last year. Also, I'm not cooking either. I'm going to be in my in-laws for oh nice. I might just get a turkey breast. That's what I'm thinking because it's not all of us. Either that or I could do 3 Cornish hens. And that might be easier for Cheyenne to do without me, since she'll be unsupervised really. That way you don't have to worry about the temperature as much. But yeah, somebody else cooking is the best way, sis. Find a new clinic. 42 is young. Yeah, I agree. My telltale sign was night sweats. Oh, for implantation? Okay. Anybody else have implantation symptoms for Danisha? Angel, 13 weeks, definitely had implantation pains around 8, 9 DPA, not hurtful, but a bit. Oh, good. Serial mom, definitely 3 day. Why are you covering your face in your photo, serial mom? But yeah, definitely 3 day limit. Yeah. Can you set up a forum for us to connect? You can connect on my website, Tanika at simplytanika.com. There is a forum there. I'm not on as often lately, but others are on there. You can talk. But yeah, there's a forum there. I'm trying to pick my faith back up and prepare myself to go back to Barbados for my last transfer. Jada, speak it into existence last because you're coming back with your BFP. You said go back. So have you been to Barbados before? Or you mean back as far as doing IVF? Hopefully that works out for you. I'm curious as to because somebody was contacting me when they were going through their IVF and they did all of their pre-work here and then they had some problem though once they got to Barbados. It was like they wanted them to do birth control, more birth control, something. It was it's interesting. This form is so helpful. Can you set up a group? There is a group. It is on my website. I'm not on Facebook, so I can't do a Facebook group. But I think Seeking Sade TV has a Facebook group. I was watching her video earlier. She has a Facebook group. I'm not sure what it's called. Seeking Sade, if you're still on, drop it in the chat. I know we're down. We're at 63 people. We were at 75. So I know some of you guys are dropping. 63 people. I hope we have at least 63 thumbs up. Sterling, did you hit the thumbs up? Helps me, doesn't cost you a thing. Ages probably means they are discriminating against her. No, I understand that, but I'm like, in what way are they discriminating, Jasmine? Like, are they saying they don't want to treat her at all, or they're rushing her to donor eggs? But it sounds like they don't want to treat anybody over 35 for IVF, which is a bit extreme. Coming out with a couple friends for pleasure, but I don't want to visit the touristy places. I want to see real America and meet genuine Americans. I love you guys. Oh my God. There, yeah. Yeah, you should have come last month. I would say New York was not with tours, but now that everything is opened up, there's going to be a lot of tours, and it's the holiday, so a lot of people come. Although, I was on there getting tickets for Radio City Music Hall, and there's a lot of seats left, so there's not as many tourists yet, because that's a pretty touristy thing. There's really good seats available for not a lot of money. But once the tree goes up in 30 Rock, I feel like we're going to see a lot of tourists. We have them anyway. A lot of people come to 30 Rock just on GP, but I think once that tree goes up, like, people are going to, and I feel like Saks is going to do their windows big this year. We'll see, especially now that the borders have opened up again. They want IUI done before 35, but from 35 to 45, they want IVF with donor eggs. See, that I think is bullshit. Most places, Kitty, don't require. That is super ageist. Most places don't, not even require. They don't have that cutoff. It's usually 44 or 45 where they go to donor eggs. There's a lot of research to support that IUIs after 35 are not as effective. So I'm not mad at them for that. A lot of clinics have that. They'll still do it. But they discourage it from happening. The fact that they don't want to do it and they're trying to, you definitely find another clinic. I think you're on the right track. Oh, you're in Jamaica, Shar. Okay. I got you. I didn't see the I was reading the I as a L. I'm Jamaican till the new year. Okay. I'm in Jamaica till the new year. Oh my God, girl. The glasses, the light is in my eye. So they guarantee a successful pregnancy. Oh, so they're purely worried about their stats, which is unfortunate. It's an old photo. I haven't changed YouTube photo in forever. Okay. It's a cute photo, but it just looks like you're being shy. Kitty, that seems to be the norm. Organic turkey is $30. We'll be having chicken. Oh my God. Is that bad? Where do you live? I feel like that's going to be standard for New York. But I'm trying to do a turkey breast or Cornish hens. Because even last year, I think I got like a 15-pound bird, and we had turkey, like, we had to throw it out. And I feel bad about throwing out food. Well, I don't feel too bad because I keep doing it, but I would prefer not to be throwing out food. Serial mama sharing her implantation cramps. Really dry mouth around 8 days post 5-day transfer. Okay. Oh, that was good. Are open to any baby gender. I want a girl, but feel that might be limiting me to whatever the universe has for me. It could be a boy instead. I was, but I honestly, journey to jumpers, I have been saying throughout this journey, oh, I really want a boy. But lately, I have a strong feeling that a girl is coming to me. So I've stopped saying I really want a boy. I feel like a girl is coming to me. I have her name picked out and everything, and I feel very strongly about her name. I have the boy's name. I've had the boy's name picked out the whole time, and then recently I've switched it. So the name that I was going to use for his first name is now his middle name. And I don't know. I feel like a girl is coming. So I'm open to either one, though. I'm just saying, I'm not going to say, oh, I want a girl or I want a boy, where before, at the beginning, I was definitely like, I want a boy. I want whatever soul is coming. Okay. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Oh, interesting. Okay. Getting ready to stem again. I don't know how I feel. Oh, no, about it. Okay. Well, we are behind you. Bomber Girl RN, we are behind you. Is it heavy stems? Are you doing a full protocol, a mini stem cycle? Like, what is your situation? I will say I did not miss stemming. I think it goes without saying. I was ever grateful when I got the updates on my donor stems, knowing that I did not have to stick one needle in myself. And I was at the dentist today. I was talking about it. The young lady who works there, she was actually adopted, but she said her parents came through her from after years and years of failed cycles, and there ended up being nothing wrong with them. They just couldn't get pregnant. Like she had miscarriages or it didn't take. But she says like her dad is squeamish of needles, so she can't imagine him stemming the mom, but he did it. Some clinics discriminate based on age to keep their numbers high. They like being able to say they have higher success rates than other clinics, which is true, but it's due to the age limitations. Definitely, definitely. And some clinics won't, after a certain age, will only do donor because of that same reason. Because once you go to donor, they lump it, like I think they lump it from age. The American Society of Reproductive Medicine lumps the stats from 45 to 50, so you don't have to go year by year, where before that it's more granular. So if they have a failure, it's not as impactful as like a failure if a woman is 40, you know what I mean, where that goes against them. So, but it's how they make their money, so I'm not necessarily mad at them. Like, you go to a clinic based on their success rates, right? So I had to relent and focus on the true goal of becoming a mom. I do still fear gender disappointment. Yeah, yeah. Because you wanted a girl, right? Tamika TTC, like you had that. I feel like in the beginning of your journey, you really wanted a daughter. I know your daughter is coming, but I feel like that is what. And I think when you released that, then Jaden came to you. Is the Barbados place pretty economical? That's for Jada. I decided to go to CNY to do mini IVF with my eggs. Okay. So are you coming to America then to do this? I guess Syracuse is not that far. Well, I'm not sure. You said Alberta. I'm not picturing where that is. Is that the Michigan area, or is that above New York? I think it's more Michigan-y. But you let me know. Chasing rainbows. What about California? My home state. Open myself up to my forever baby. Yeah. Whatever his or her gender. Yeah. Me too. I think. Because I definitely feel like my baby is waiting and watching for me to be ready, and I don't want that baby to feel like, oh, I can't come, like she's not ready yet because her heart is on X or Y. So literally X or Y, that one chromosome. But yeah, I'll take the first thing living. I'm hoping the English accent is as popular. Oh yeah, it'll be, yeah. That's definitely a thing, Sterling. It's definitely a thing. Accents in general, I think, are sexy, but definitely the English accent. I didn't have implantation for my first, only my second. It was cramps and light bleeding. I think you mean implantation symptoms, right? I have my names picked out too. You do? Yeah, I have my names picked out. One of them I had to clear, the girl's name I had to clear with my mom because it's a riff on her name and I didn't want to do it without her blessing. So, oh, Danisha saying thank you. Storm Stevens, they should definitely be compensated fairly, just like any other group. I agree. But Storm, I think part of it is we have to start talking about the need for it, and so that those women who are donating know that there are a lot of women looking for it, because there's definitely a deficit for, I know for Black women and Indian women, there's a shortage, and so people are charging a lot for the recipients, but they're not necessarily compensating the donors for that. You know what I mean? Because they're claiming they have to search far and wide. So I think the more we talk about the community needing donor eggs, the more aware that donors become, so they can be fairly compensated. Or some women who were like on the fence about donating will be like, oh yeah, I like her. I would want to help her have her family, or help someone like her complete her family. You know what I mean? So yeah, 46 in my clinic was willing to let me try my own eggs, but my AMH was low. My percentage of success was low. Okay, Mimi Rose. I love this picture of you. Yeah, my clinic, I tried up until, I want to say 48. Yeah, because I turned 49 while I was in California, and that was May, and I had been cycling up until November of 2019. So they let me try with the own egg. However, and they had a good success rate for women, older women with their own eggs, but they were wanting me to test, which I was kind of on the fence about. They were wanting me to test the embryo. Unfortunately, my first retrieval with those guys, the embryo did not make it to blast, and then all my other stem cycles, I did not get another egg, so I never obviously got another embryo. So that's why I went back to Colombia, because I was like, if I'm doing donor eggs, I might as well do it with them. I had 2 transfers there, and yes, Barbados is interesting. It was a bad decision, but oh well. Oh no, why was it a bad decision? And you're going back, it couldn't have been too bad, Jada. Full protocol, I'm taking off to STEM. Working ICU and stinking would be a bit much. Oh, maybe sticking. Oh, you work in the ICU? How has that been for you during COVID? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it to the other side. I wish you girls all the best, especially if you're pregnant. I hope all goes well. Take care. Good night, Sterling. Enjoy your evening or your morning now, because it's like 1:15 there. Thank you for hanging out with us and for being respectful. So many people promote Barbados like it's the IVS promised land at a fraction of the cost. It's interesting to hear a different perspective. Definitely. A lot of people, my thing with going out of the country, for me, it was safety. Not as far as like health safety, but just insurance, laws, all of those things. Like, would I have the same protection as obviously they weren't going to take my insurance, so I was going to be all cash. Like, my company wasn't going to pay for me to go to Barbados. And how long was I going to have? It just did not feel right for me. For whoever it's right for, that's fine. It just didn't feel right for me for going out of the country. However, I heard that they do a lot of love bombing up until they get your money too. Like, a couple people, the one woman who had the issues with, like, they wanted her to like start, I can't remember, there was some kind of delay when she got there, and she had only taken a certain amount of time off work, and they wanted her to stay in that country for longer. And I think it all worked out in the end. She didn't end up pregnant, but like, they had been so sweet to her before, and had, because she had looked at both Barbados and CNY and chose that because she felt like they were more responsive to her needs. And I just was like, I don't know, I just don't want to get there and have some type of foolery. Oh, you're on the west coast of Canada. Okay. So will you go to CNY in Syracuse, or are you going to another? I know they have them all over the States. San Francisco area, the organic turkeys here are $30. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's what they're going to be in New York. The website is simplytanika.com. Oh, thank you, Brizzo. The 2 walls are a darker blue, and then the wall where the TV is a lighter blue, and then my bedroom is a different shade of blue. Well, 3 walls are a different shade of blue, and 1 wall is gray, the wall where the TV is. I feel like it gives dimension. It's slightly above normal, and I don't have PCOS, only endometriosis. Okay. Chasing Rainbow is telling Sterling good night. What is defined as too many I don't know, Hope and Victory. I don't know what too many is in a year. I don't even know what the criteria is, like how they determine what is too many. I just felt like in 2019 I stemmed a lot. I think I stemmed 4 times. And it definitely left me worse for wear. It's been almost 4 years, 1 blighted ovum and 2 chemicals, and I finally got my BFP again. This is my congratulations, Leah's mom. That's awesome. COVID is a lot as an ICU RN, and I do OB ICU, so my patients are COVID positive and pregnancy or post. Oh my God, girl, the stories you could tell. Kitty, are you on Lupron? Unfortunately, I was recently put on Lupron due to a spontaneous ovulation. I hate it. Oh, Mimi, what is it like? Because if my endometritis is not resolved, but actually I need to go get my meds in a second, guys, because it's 8:19. If it's not resolved by these horrible antibiotics, Lupron may be in my future. So give me 1 second. I just want to get these because I don't want to be off schedule. I'm sorry. If I can scoop myself over here and go to my room. Oh my God. Where is... They were right here from this morning. Oh my God. Okay. Some ladies have success there, but it seems like I know more who have not so good stories of care, including myself, having immunological issues doesn't help. That is not a DJ. That is Justice scratching her crate or her carrier. Justice, do you mind? Do you mind? You on the ones and twos? Oh my God. These are these pills, you guys. Look at how big these are. Let me see if I can get them up. Let me take this down. Can you guys see that? You see how big they are? Like, here's the lid from my vitamin water. Let me do one at a time. And here's this pill. And there's two of them. They're chalky. I meant to say it in the video, but the part that messed up is where I talked about the meds. So Flagle is the other one. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know. If you don't, simply.tanika over there. Mine is metronidazole. It's generic for Flagle. Let me cover up my address. Oh my God. Am I covering it up? Metro. And then the other one is the Cipro. But it's 1,000 milligrams a day I have to take. Or it's actually 2,000 milligrams a day. So it's 1,000 in the morning because 500 and 500 and 1,000 in the evening. And when I tell you it is knocking me on my ass. Today is like the first day I actually feel like a normal human being since starting these meds. They are rough. So, yeah. If I can't travel, they can travel to me. Oh, interesting. I don't know what that means. How are they going to travel to you and collect your eggs? Ooh, explain. I used to be on Lupron. I am done. There's a CNY. Oh, there is one in Canada. Okay. Oh, I thought you were coming to the States. I'm like, how are they going to travel to you and take your eggs? Ladies, please tell me about Lupron because that might be in my future. I mean, don't scare me, but just be honest. It's more affordable for the donor options, but I've ended up spending much more than initially planned. Yeah. I mean, I've done it both ways. It's expensive. I did for 2 years with my own eggs, right? 17 to 19. And then 20 was just a free-for-all because I decided in 20 that I was going to do donor eggs. But because I was in California with my mom and then I came back to New York and had to get all these testing things done, I didn't officially start the donor process until October of last year, and then by November I had selected the donor. By December she went through all her extra testing, so she didn't have her retrieval until February 10th. So she stemmed in January and then she did the retrieval at the beginning of February. Lupron Depot is the devil. Was on it for 2 months. Oh my God, why 2 months? It dries out everything. It's very uncomfortable. Okay. That is what the doctor was warning me about. She was like, we won't do it unless we have to. And at that point, I'm like, I trust you. I hated 6 months. Why 6 months? Oh my God. Like everything is dry. The hoo-ha is dry. Hot flashes. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Night sweats. Okay. That's a lot. Oh my God, I try to get it in one swallow, but it never works. Oh my God. Sorry. So before I go to bed, I'll take the probiotics no earlier than 10:25. Okay, yeah, that sounds crazy. Hot flashes, loss of appetite, diarrhea, headaches, nightly stomach aches, always feeling tired, restless. So it's pretty much like these damn medications, except for the hot flashes. But the loss of appetite, diarrhea, headaches, stomach aches, I have all that. Um, Always feeling tired but restless. I was just tired. This medication was just making me tired. This is the most energy I've had all week. Um, Flagle. Am I saying it wrong? Flagel? Are you? Yeah. I have the generic version though. Bomber girl. That's what I was trying to say. It's the generic version, which is metronidazole. I'm not in the medical profession, sis, so allow me grace. But yeah, this is. Ugh. They could at least coat it. I feel like if it was coated, that would help it going down. But it also coats my tongue all day, so I have to keep brushing my teeth, and that is what causes the loss of appetite. I feel. It just tastes like sour. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Only going back because I have 2 remaining frozen embryos there. They transfer 2 at a time. I ended up with 6, and there are 2. Okay, I gotcha. That was another thing, another consideration when people were like, "Why don't you switch clinics?" I'm not keen on switching, like transferring my embryos, because I know there's a risk in any time with cryopreservation, like transferring. I'm not opposed to it. I just know there's a risk, and I'm like, what are these other clinics gonna do that my clinic is not doing? You know. And I did have the second opinion from UCSF. I just feel like good about it. I don't know why people keep asking me. Honestly, I'm like, are you saying that because you would do that? I don't know. But anyway, I'd consider going to Barbados, but decided against it eventually. I just did feel like the right choice for me. Hugs to you though, baby. Does. Yeah. Every clinic is not for everybody. Oh my God. It is nasty and hard on the stomach. And I'm imagining the generic is even worse. You know what I mean? But I only paid $2.93 for both of them, so we're going to keep it moving. Come on. Yeah, okay. If I can avoid it, please. Well, hopefully these antibiotics work and then I won't need it. I will end up, so I finished with these, I think, on Tuesday. Then I have to wait at least 3 weeks. And I'll do a biopsy. Dr. McConnell said more is better. More than 3 weeks is better. So, yeah. Hopefully this does. I mean, they're killing everything else. Like, literally killing everything else. Like, every morning I wake up and at 5 a.m. I gotta go right to the bathroom and everything just pours out of my behind. Sorry, that was graphic. But it just is like, it's destroying every bit of my microbiome. And even though I'm supplementing, like I'm doing the yogurt, I have my little probiotic drink, I have the probiotic tablets. I talked to the doctor and she was like, consider inserting it anally. And I was just like, oh my God, like that sounds too. First of all, that's a no-go with these fingernails. But I do have what are the inserts that I used before for when I was using progesterone tablets, like the applicator, which I guess I could use that, but like, I don't know. Flagell. Thank you. Oh my God. Flagell. Is it a long A or a short A? Let's do hooked on phonics. On the floor laughing, sis ass is who I try. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm serious. Like mine is nice and juicy. That I don't want it to be dry. Walking around lighting fires. Okay. Let's see about PGT testing. I'm kind of interested, but also concerned if it's worth it. I am not a fan of it, but I'm gonna let everybody else. I've talked about it enough. I'll let everybody else chime in the comments. I've been in Barbados and it's fine, especially if you don't have access to the U.S. Okay. Are you in the U.S. and you flew to Barbados? Because I think it's different, like leaving one country to go to another. The generic and name brand pill are the same. Okay. I always thought the generic was a little cheaper because I feel like I always thought they use the same ingredients, but I don't know. Maybe that's just close. Where like the name brand is different than the off brand. But okay, that's good to know. It's nasty. It starts chalking as soon as I put it in my mouth. I did it after 3 transfers because clinic kept saying embryo quality was the cause of no implantation. If this transfer doesn't work, then they can't claim that anymore. I got it. So I had 4, and that's what my RE was saying. It's unlikely that it's egg quality after 4, because my donors, so both my donors are young. So it's likely me. So hopefully, I mean, she already gave me the little, I don't want to call it a pep talk, but she gave me the talk about I might have to consider surrogacy. And I think that's where I get off this train. Unsolicited update, Alexandra. Oh my God. My transfer was 1029 and I've had 2. Yay. Congratulations. That's awesome. Not sure if I'm caught up on where you are. Did you hear back from BRI? I have not set my appointment for BRI yet because we're waiting to clear up the endometritis. There's nothing they can really do until then. And so once that is resolved, then I'll get my protocol for my next transfer. But I have my results back. I just don't want to misinterpret them. I'll probably do a video for you guys because I do have the test results from all the blood work back. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about if I want to share that out, if it's of benefit to anyone. I'm not really sure how that would help anyone. I think maybe when we get into my protocol, in case anybody else has it, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I did get all my test results back. I just haven't gotten my protocol. I haven't gone to see him. Both he and Dr. Morcano were like, let's get the endometritis resolved first. I feel like when women going through infertility have strong instincts when it comes to their clinics. They know if they need to change. It's hard enough as it is to live in the unknown without people's opinions. Yes, Melissa, I agree with you. There is a gut feeling about it. And that was like, yeah, the only reason I left Columbia is because Cher had a higher success rate with advanced maternal age using their own eggs. And so when that didn't pan out and I decided to do donor eggs, I scurried right on back. Everyone's giving Alexander congratulations. Did I get to a state when I wanted to give up? I'm at that stage. IVF is really hard, especially if you are going the single mom by route choice. It is hard. I am not at the place yet where I want to give up, but I think if flagell. Okay, short A. Thank you, Shar. Flagell. Y'all know I will butcher some words. I tell you, I'm a country girl. But as I think surrogacy would be where I would get off the train. Black vegan, I think that would be too much. Name brand is sometimes coded and has different filter. Okay, so I probably should have paid more to get the name brand if it was coded because these are, ugh. And especially in the morning, like yeah, that is not what you want to wake up and do. Although I will say it has encouraged me to get up earlier, so I make that at 8 o'clock. I've been getting up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So I have some time before I have to take it, but it's brutal. It is brutal. It's, I know how important my GI tract is, like the microbiome, because I'm a biohacker, but I didn't fully appreciate it until it was fully being wiped out on a daily basis. Like how critical it is to everything, our well-being, like related to well-being. Yeah, I have that book from Sean Stevenson about the microbiome, and it really deepened my understanding, but being without it, it's a whole other beast. It's a whole other beast. I don't think I would have had success at New York. So glad I switched to CCRM. I knew strongly that I needed to switch. If you know, you know. You don't need someone. Exactly. If you know, you know, right? You don't need somebody coming in your comments, random stranger on the internet telling you how to live your life. Name brand and generic is the same taste. Nasty. I remember those from my past with my ex-tribe. My past ain't pretty, but I'm living I know that's right, girl. Okay, my beautiful chaos. I love this photo with the blue lips and the diamond. between the teeth. That's gorgeous. You made it. Hey, Michelle. Michelle's Peace in Life. I love your photo too. All these beautiful people in here. I'm in another Caribbean country. Okay. What does CCRM stand for? I don't know. Hopefully Alexandra will chime in. I know CHR, but I don't think I know CCRM. Lupron also causes brittle bones. I hope I never have to take it again. Oh my God. Well, if I have to take it, I definitely will be doing jump rope every day because that's supposed to help increase bone density. But oh my God. That sounds rough. No wonder the doctor was like, I hope you don't have to take it. Leah's mom got her BFP after 4 years of blighted ovum and 2 chemicals. This current one is my rainbow. Prayers and baby dust are oh, definitely. Congratulations, Leah, and definitely prayers for your sticky baby, take home baby. Start Lupron on Monday and we'll be on it until trigger. Jesus, be a fan. Oh my God. Oh wait, so you're taking it in the? That's what I wasn't. I'm not sure how mine would be. If it would be during my cycle. Yeah, that's why we have to wait to finalize my protocol because then that means honestly, I'm feeling like I would need, if I do end up with the Lupron, also an anti-inflammatory. So starting Medrol earlier, which Dr. T already said that, like starting on cycle day 3, that good old corticosteroid, and then maybe I also need antibiotics, like not these, but maybe I also need antibiotics like during the cycle. You know what I mean? So we'll see. So many possibilities in this decision tree, so many turns to take depending on what happens. So just pray for me that this knocks out the endometritis. They use the same active ingredients with different binders. That's what I thought. Okay, thank you, Uju. I knew there was some sort of difference because I'm like, then how can they save on cost if it's the exact same ingredients? And I know you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can become, like before a medicine can be made into a generic. So I knew there was some difference. Otherwise, I wouldn't make sense. I did PGT testing because of my advanced age, and I was using my own eggs. With donor eggs, the donor is young, so you're not likely to have a lot of abnormal eggs. Yeah. But the sperm could cause an abnormal embryo. You know what I mean? It's not always, like they say 95% of the time that it's attributable to the egg, but it could be that 5% where the sperm could be attributing to an abnormal embryo. Colorado Center for Reproductive Medicine. Okay. Name brand isn't worth it. It's still nasty and the taste stays on. Yeah, it's sitting on the back of my tongue. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get some. But I have found, like, I don't want to suck on a popsicle in front of you guys. I have these ice bar or juice bars, like pomegranate and different flavors, and I suck on those, and it does help. And I can put it all the way back because it just sits there. People are giving congratulations to Leah. PGS testing for me was actually a regret. I didn't do it. My RE talked me out of it because I was only 30 at the time. I ended up having lots of miscarriages for that. Oh no. Okay, interesting. Yeah, my RE was not a fan of it either because my donor is under 30. More congratulations for Leah's mom. And congratulations for Alexandra. Hey, Tanya. What's up? Glad you could make it. We've been on here for a while. I don't know how much longer we're going to be on here. But I did let everybody know I'm going to do another Google Meetup later in the month. And I will announce it in advance so you guys can plan ahead for those who want to come. But that way we can actually talk. I can hear you talk. You don't have to turn your cameras on. The last time we did it, everybody didn't turn their cameras on, which is fine. I'm at work and we have meetings where people don't turn their cameras on. But it was nice to connect with everybody and like hear other people's stories. I had to take Lupron 3 months prior to stems and then subcutaneous prior to retrieval. I didn't have to take for any transfers. Okay. So mine would definitely be for a transfer. I have to do some research because is Lupron the same as Lupron Depot? Because you're saying subcutaneous. So is there a different one that you take intramuscularly? Hey, Neo Soul Rider, I'm glad you made it. Alexandra's saying she's 38, gonna be 39 next month. Okay, let me try to get this taste out of my mouth. It's so gross. Um, Anyone get pregnant with fibroids? It's so tough with anemia. One of the ladies, she's not on here tonight. I don't know her screen name. I only can remember her real name right now. Um, she had fibroids. She had them removed though. And then I know Uniquely Ursi here on YouTube is going through. I think she's having some fibroids removed, not all of them. She did a UFE, but that's another resource if anyone else on here. Okay, the Depo Lupron was intramuscular. There are two different Luprons. Okay, try wintergreen mints. Maybe. I don't know if mints are gonna help. I'll try them. I was thinking about getting some ginger chews on it. It's like I don't know. It's just such a funky taste. Yeah. It ruins my appetite like for the rest of the day. So yeah. Like today I had a yogurt. Is that all I've had today? I think I've only eaten a yogurt today. I'm gonna have to eat some food. I've just been trying to like bone up on protein so that I don't get skinny fat, but I think I've only had a yogurt today. Hey Mercedes, how are you? Yeah, I definitely need to do some. Maybe I won't do research on Lupron. Let me wait and see if I even need it. That's just gonna cause me more anxiety. I don't need to research it. If I have to take it before I take it, I'll do some research on it. But I got enough stuff going on. Intramuscular. You took yours intramuscular. Okay, so some women are taking it intramuscular. Kitty, did you take it for retrieval intramuscularly or did you do IMs for transfer? Gargling something. I don't know what. Baking soda dissolved in the. Oh no, no baking soda. I had a golf ball size fibroid removed in July of 2020. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, and then after my transfers, they did discover I had a fibroid. It's less than 2 centimeters all the way around, but it's there. That Kaiser is offering HMO fertility benefits on January 1st, $20,000 lifetime for IVF and all fertility medications covered at no charge and no price limit. Wait, no price limit? What's the $20,000 for? Um, is the $20,000 not the limit? Girl, I have spent 45 just this year, which is crazy. Actually, it's 65. It's 65 in the last 12 months because that doesn't include what I paid for the donor. Um, I've spent 45 in medical. But that's everything. It's also my doctors and everything else. But the bulk of it is IVF stuff. Yeah. It is also like I had to take a step back that I wasn't having another transfer this year, but I'm taking it in stride with the thought of like better to have it in January and have it be successful than to just keep doing transfers. So, right, that is wild, no limits. The Depo I had more symptoms. Nurse advised it would be similar to menopause for the sub Q. It was during stem, so no telling what meds cause what. Oh, right. So maybe the one that I have will be Depo because the doctor said it's definitely gonna put me into menopause if I have to do it. Yeah, it's crazy. When I told my husband the test came back positive, he said, "Good because we're out of." Oh my god. Well, you better get some more money because the babies are expensive. The babies are expensive. Yeah, it is a lot. I was trying to do pedal to the metal. Hope and victory. I was trying to do pedal to the metal, but it's all good. It's sunk cost. It was gonna go on something. It was gonna be spent one way or the other. But I'm hoping and praying it's January and not. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say that. I would like it to be before my 51st birthday. I'm gonna say that. But if it's January or February, it's not significant at this point. La la la, I'm not thinking about it. Alexandra mine said the same thing, right? Oh my god. My big cycle costs 8K and meds cost 900 through my insurance. Yeah, I'm out of I don't have any more transfers on my insurance, Bomber Girl, so those I pay out of pocket for. I reached my limit. But like my ultrasounds and everything else they cover. They covered the donor's retrieval. They did not obviously cover the admin costs and the donor fee. And I get 1 year of storage under my insurance, but I'm way over because I've had 5 transfers in all, and my plan allowed for 2. So I had 1 in 2018, and then I've had 4 this year. It's a temporary menopause for Lupron for most, right? But that's what you guys are saying. It's the temporary. It's like your everything's gonna be dry, night sweats. I mean, good lord. If you don't conceive before the year is out and have to move to IVF, I can do it. I can do that. It covers 90%, so I only pay 10% for the IVF treatment. Okay. Oh, so are you starting with IUI? Is that what you're saying? I'm excited for you that you're getting these benefits. Girl, get ready for and then you can put your feet up until January 1st. The baby can be a minimalist. What was I gonna say? Simple Journey. She's a minimalist. She's been getting, and she's having twins. She gets a lot of stuff on like Facebook Marketplace, I think, or some other places, and so that is an option. I mean, breastfeed, cloth diapers, all that. Like, who cares at that point? Look, at this rate, me and my baby gonna be living under a bridge. No, I'm not gonna speak that into existence. But you know what I'm saying. Like, it's once you get the baby, it's game on. The rest you got time to figure out. Any ladies over 45? I am. I'm 50. I don't know if anybody else in here is over 45. You said not before next year. Me, yeah, it can't be before next year at this point, just based on timing. I'm still on the medication. I have to have 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks off of the medication, to have another biopsy. You have to biopsy at the beginning of your cycle, right after your period, so you can't transfer on that. So, my cycle's gonna start next week. I'll have just finished the medication. Um, it'll the day I finish is probably when my period will start, or the day after. So that's too soon to do a biopsy because you have to do it like between day 8 and 12. That's only I've got to be 3 weeks out from the meds. So that means I wouldn't be able to have a biopsy until my period in December. So then timing wise, I cannot have a transfer this year. Um, for endometriosis inflammation in the lining. Okay. So I have endometritis inflammation, Kitty. That's what we're trying to figure out. So hopefully this round of antibiotics will resolve the endometritis. If not, it's Lupron for me. Um, so you're starting with IUI. Okay. Yeah, definitely check out Uniquely Ursi. Lady Leo is over 45. She's answering. Beautiful Chaos is 50. So we have a lot of us in here. Um, you have to wait longer than you wanted. You're still moving forward, though. Not standing still. Yeah, definitely still moving forward. And I figured this is a good opportunity for me to exercise. So the goal, I'm going to go down to the gym tomorrow and get myself on the treadmill. And yeah, just enjoy myself. I'll get to go to California, enjoy my mom. I'm planning to be there for 2 weeks. And so hopefully, knock on wood, everything works out with this virus and I can still go. Because I did hear on NPR this morning that the rates are going up because it's getting colder and people are indoors. So, oh, my glasses are so crooked. It's the other way. All right. Get ready for that 2022 fall, baby. Yes, yes. The waiting game. Let me tell you, the waiting game is beyond a struggle. If I have nothing else, I have patience. And Lord knows I definitely needed that. I think, obviously, I was a lot younger when I had Cheyenne. I was 23. And so, but I was so impatient. Like, I think I'm not sure, but she walked late. And I think because I carried her all the time because I didn't have time to wait for her. You know what I mean? Like, I was so impatient. now I have all the patience in the world. And that's what I was saying in my video yesterday. Like, guys, let me just enjoy being patient. Like, don't try to make me anxious or stressed. Like, asking when, why. Let's just take it one day at a time. It's gonna be the same. But let me be sane when I get to the same result. But yeah, it is a struggle, Melissa. I agree. Scared to start mini IVF, but excited to get ready for 2022. Of course, anything different, there's a little fear. I think if you weren't a little scared, it'd be a little weird. So it'll be okay. Yes, we'll be having our babies next fall. Oh my goodness, so crazy. Who would have thunk? I had no idea in 2017 when I started on this journey that this is where I would be. But I'm okay with it. Like, I think all of this, from having the channel to going through what I've gone through, has helped me grow into the person that I am now, and I'm enjoying who I am now and looking to explore that further. Even like speaking up for myself, opening up my throat chakra through having this platform has helped me, because I had to like figure out how to draw the line. I was so worried of offending people. Like, I'm a people pleaser to the core, and I'm trying to like figure out how to get over that. So all of that has been a part of it. So I'm grateful for all of it. Like, I don't regret any of it or feel like shoulda, coulda, woulda happened sooner, this or whatever. So yeah, I would get so discouraged during breaks and treatment that I would just eat and slug around instead of working on my health. You're ways better. I wish I did. Girl, listen, you got your BFP, so whatever you did was the right thing for you to do. But the way my bank account is set up, Do you? Oh, you did say you have immunological. Yeah. I am wondering. I don't know if they take care credit. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of money, a lot of time. I'm just in a chill space about all of it now, so I'm okay with where I am. Once you get pregnant, the waiting game continues. Exactly, Melissa. Exactly. Infertility doesn't leave you when these babies are in control. The only relief I got was when I know you're a rainbow baby, because I've had the miscarriage, I've had the chemical pregnancy, so I do worry about that. I'm just gonna take it one day at a time and enjoy it. It's definitely a waiting game the entire way. So I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, excuse me. There are not many black women in corporate positions exposed. I know. I wish more of us did, honestly. I get why the celebrities don't do it, because they're more visible, and like that's a private decision. You don't want to necessarily tell your child's story on their behalf. It's their story. So I get it, but I think it benefits all of us when we talk about it, from the donors to the recipients to the children, because we normalize it. And so that's what my hope is for it. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely writing off my medical expenses and my taxes, girl. I will definitely be filing a 1040A. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Um, yeah. Right. Rainbow mamas are free. I believe that too, Melissa. Definitely. Definitely. I just am so grateful for the patience, and the tolerance, um, that I've learned on this journey. Because before I was like, rush, rush, rush. And even this year, I was like, click, click, click. And I don't have that anxiety. Although people are trying to give it to me, like, win, win, win. I'm like, just sit back and enjoy the ride with me, Just sit back and enjoy the ride with me. It's all here. I'm not hiding anything or keeping any secrets. When I know, you'll know. 2 weeks later. But yeah, I'm back. Had to get the baby taken care of. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we're still here, girl. And there's 72 of us hanging in. Hit the like button, ladies. Do me a little favor. Cost you nothing. Helps the channel grow. The long wait. I started actively TTC October of 2018, but I have 4. You have 4 little ones? Oh, it doesn't make the desire any less, though. You know what I mean? We still want what we want. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with the waiting as long as my body is prepared and I'm creating like the proper vessel for the baby to come through. I'm okay with that. won't be that. I know. I feel like we're getting closer, at least here in the US. I don't know what the restrictions will be. It's hard because each state is like a sovereign state, but I feel like if they can pass universal health care, it'll be a little bit closer. I am fortunate in that my employer doesn't require you to prove infertility before you get treatments. I know some employers require that. So, like, if you're in a same sex couple, they make you pay for treatments on your own for X amount of time to prove infertility before they'll pay for it. My company pays for both, whether you're fertile or infertile. They also pay for fertility preservation. So, if you want to freeze your eggs, they'll pay for that without question. They just have restrictions on like where you can go. It has to be a center of excellence. You can't just go to any clinic. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping one day it'll be covered. I know in some states it is, or there's like a requirement that's your employer cover part of it. Only certain employers, because there's a mandate here, but it doesn't apply to my employer because they have private insurance. But we're getting closer. And again, I think the more we talk about it, the more that helps normalize it. We have to write to our politicians, right? They work for us, like about what we need wherever you are. Let them know that you're looking for this. Make them work for it. Like that's how they'll get your vote, you know? And then hold them accountable, and that's how they'll get reelected. We have a lot of power. We just have to exercise it. There should not be class financial barriers to fertility. Girl, I agree with you, Alexandra. There should not be, for medical treatment, period. I don't feel like there should be, especially, like, I didn't believe that 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, like, COVID has taught me a lot as far as how it's impacted people and how people are treated differently. And, like, people have died unnecessarily because they couldn't afford it. Like, maybe it's pedestrian of me, but I didn't realize, like, people could be turned away. I thought everybody got treated and they would bill you, but that is not the case. So I think that should be a basic right. I always felt like, well, if you're employed, but then people were losing their jobs and therefore losing their medical insurance or being put on COBRA and they couldn't afford the full price because COBRA is without your employer co-payment, effectively, for lack of a better word. So you're paying 100% out of pocket. A lot of people couldn't afford that. So I don't think anybody should be, I don't think health should be a class financial issue. And in a lot of countries, it's not. So I don't know what's going on with America. Started in 2018, got pregnant with Jay in 2019. Oh, he was in NICU. Oh my God, I'm so glad he made it out and that you rocked with us. I appreciate you. A hysterectomy, since I don't want to do another litigation. Ligation. Oh my God, what am I saying? Litigation. Ligation. And I can't stay on Depo anymore. Oh, wow. Oh, so are you taking the Depo to keep you from being pregnant? What are, I don't know. Hysterectomy seems like a lot, sis. Like, that's everything. My mom had to have one because of the cancer last year. And she was like, oh, I don't need this whole thing. I'm like, oh my God. But I don't know. A certain plan to file IVF on your insurance? I don't know what that means. A certain plan to file. Do you mean on my taxes? Medical expenses. If you mean on my taxes, I'll file it under medical expenses. So you can take a standard deduction or you can take an itemized deduction. I would do an itemized deduction, which means you have to file a 1040A, and then I would itemize my medical expenses. So yeah. But it's actually, let me think about this. Yeah, it would be for next year's taxes. I would put it on there for what I've spent. But talk to a CPA. I'm not a CPA. I was an auditor, but I'm not a certified public accountant. But yeah, medical expenses, you have to do itemized deduction because you can do a standard deduction, which I would normally, well, not normally, it depends. Like they have to run your numbers for you. One is going to be a greater savings, but I'm had a household. So, even a standard deduction is good for me, but you would want to do it itemized. So you have to do a 1040A. Because of your journey, a lot of women are asking more questions, asking doctors, and asking insurance companies. Women are speaking up. Oh, I'm glad because I have a big mouth. And I think that's why, like, some of the times I'll record my conversations with Dr. McConnell because I feel like people have told me about horrible experiences or they don't know how to speak up. So I'm just giving an example of, like, how my doctor and I are partnering together, because I think sometimes people are afraid of doctors, or afraid to speak up. So, or like me, in other examples where my throat chakra is closed, like when they do speak up, it's like very aggressive and it's not getting them to where they want to be, or it's like a little defensive. I want people to be able to just have a normal conversation about their desires with their doctor and make sure you guys are teamed up and working on the same goal. You know what I mean? Because I've talked to a lot of women where they're like, I had to check my doctor, I had to yell at him, but then does that get you what you want? You know what I mean? Like it's a relationship. And so, yeah, for the taxes, reflection of love. So you have to do itemized deductions for it. It may not make sense for you because I've spent so much money. It should make sense for me, but it depends on your tax bracket. It depends on how much you've spent because it's only a certain percentage. Like you don't get dollar for dollar refund. It's a certain percentage. You have to go above a certain dollar amount for it to make sense. But because I've spent so much, I feel like it's gonna make sense. Yeah. Any ideas on where you can get more diverse sperm? Where? I don't know. Anyone in the who's here, 72 ladies who are here, do you know where we can get more? I personally don't know. My donor is not black, so I can't say. It's CC cream. Yep. It's a CC cream. I think I put it on the other channel. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's CC cream on my skin. So not quite a moisturizer and definitely not a foundation. I go to the dentist today, so I did not want to put on a full face of makeup. So I did my eyes, and then the CC cream has SPF in it and a little bit of tint, so I used that one. I also have fibroids. My grandma died of ovarian cancer. My mom had hysterectomy after I was born because of fibroids. Okay, so that makes sense. I mean, whatever, it's your body. You can do whatever you want. My mom had ovarian cancer last year, so that's why she had her but I got tested and I don't have that gene. I mean, I'm not tied to my uterus. Listen, they can have it. Whatever makes sense for you, girl. I wasn't trying to question you on I was just saying, like, I'm thinking of for myself. But yeah, if it makes sense for you, absolutely. Your body, your choice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm glad we have this community. It's definitely been a breath of fresh air for me. You guys keep me partially sane. I would say sane, but y'all know I'm a little crazy. I'm a little cray cray. But imagine how crazy I would be without y'all. So I'm definitely grateful for everybody here and just like I know it sounds cliche, but like the sisterhood I felt even through here, like a lot of us DM and chat and text and whatever else, and I've just felt connected and being able to and you know, have you guys, not have you guys, like I don't own you guys, but just having you in my life and being a part of my journey has helped. And sometimes, there are things like I think we all learn from each other. The world is big enough that we don't all have to make the same mistakes. And so it's like, have you had braces? I did have braces twice. I had braces twice. I had braces when I was in California, and then I didn't wear my retainer, which I was just at the dentist today. I need to find my retainer. And then I had Invisalign here in New York. But yeah, I have. There was one tooth that I was trying to straighten, which I realized was never going to be straightened. I didn't have super crooked teeth to begin with, but there was this tooth at the bottom, and then I have a slight gap here, which is why I know I need to start wearing my retainer again. But yeah, I did have braces. I feel like, yeah, we all don't have to make the same mistakes, and I've learned so much. Like even just talking about the loop around and people's experience, I do like that, and I feel a little more connected. I was on a lot of chat boards, and there was a lot of shaming and a lot of like bullying, which I didn't like, and I don't want this to be that, which is why I was saying in the video yesterday, like we don't all have to be doing the same thing. We don't all have to agree. Like we shouldn't shame somebody because they have a different choice. Like we all can't go to the same clinic. We all can't have the same protocol, nor should we, because we're not all the same people. So I like that we learn and can share our experience, and maybe I glean a little bit from you guys and you glean a little bit from me, or you glean a little from each other. You know what I mean? And I think that makes it powerful. Even talking about it, like I've had friends that I have known who didn't know what I was going through, but then they started following me on Instagram, and they're like, oh my God, I want to do this. Like, I actually need to text my friend. She had her first hysteroscopy today. Like, she's on the journey. And like, let's normalize it. There's no shame in this. I feel like the more we keep it a secret, the more we're stigmatizing ourselves. But I get everybody doesn't want to share because they don't want their family to know. So if you're not sharing it publicly, I'm not shaming you for that. I'm just saying I think there's power in using our voices, and so I'm happy to use mine. Oh, Alexander says diverse donor. Sandra TTC said in a recent video that she used an Indian sperm donor because she wanted a donor of color and that she sourced that sperm from an international sperm bank. Oh, I didn't even know. I knew she had an Indian donor, but I didn't know it was an international sperm bank. That's good stuff. I don't remember the name. Yeah, I think her channel name is now it's Sandra Wiley, or it might be Sandra TTC 45, but I feel like she changed it back to Sandra Wiley, like Talana's last name. Yeah, but I didn't know she did an international donor, so that's cool. All right, ladies, it is 9 o'clock. We've been on here for almost 3 hours. I think I'm gonna sign off. They definitely need more diverse sperm donors, but again, I think we have to talk about the need for it. We need more diverse sperm donors. We need more diverse egg donors. We need more diverse embryos. But I think also there's a stigma in our community. People are like, I don't want somebody else raising my kids. So they would rather dispose of them. I know a lot of women or a lot of couples, I know the women's side, but of the couples who have disposed of their embryos for that reason. They just didn't want their children walking around, without them, I guess. But yeah, it's so difficult in the infertility community. Okay, and I'm gonna give you guys 4 minute warning. 9:10, we're gonna get off of here just in case anybody is like, we're gonna wrap it up. It's so difficult in the infertility community because the amount of different scenarios. I learned a lot during the National Infertility Awareness Week this year about how we can be supportive but also really mean too. Yeah, there's a lot of mean girlness, unfortunately. Hopefully, as we talk about it and bring awareness, we can stop being mean to one another. Yeah, there is definitely a lot. I didn't even I don't want to say celebrate. I didn't acknowledge National Infertility Awareness Week this year. I did like a big thing in 2019. That was the last time, but I don't know. I felt what you said. Oh, good, meme. I'm glad, Mimi. Yeah, it was. I had to get it off my chest. Thank you, Tess, for joining. Okay, my dear, go get some rest. Thank you for the combo. Yes, Talana, thank you for coming. It was nice meeting you. All right, it's 9:07. It looks like we're dropping out. I said 9:10, but I'm tired, y'all. I gotta get some food. I'm gonna get my little frozen grapes and my popsicle and try to get my appetite, at least clear my palate so I can eat a salad and some chicken. So I don't pass out tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow? Oh, Cheyenne's coming over. We're going to have dinner. That's it. Good night, Melissa. All right, ladies. I'll talk to you later. Good night, Serial Mom. I will see you all later. I usually see you guys all out, but I'm going to log off. Please hit the like button if you haven't done so already, and I will talk to you soon. Keep an eye out for our Google Meetup so we can all chat live in real time. Love you all. Baby, that's to us all.